do me right. Before I even get started, one fine girl come and took my hand, walked me out on that dance floor. Wild DiBiase played all the jams. She said, I don't know what you came for, but I got something you need. Gone, sip on this potion. Gone, roll up that weed. Look at here, shot it. I don't know what you came for, but I got something you need. That's when she dropped down, brought the back. Don't be scared and always prepare for contact like that. Party started harder than it's done before. Once we both got on the floor.
What up, y'all? Season 13 finale. We out here. Another dynamic edition of Pulse Reports podcast. I'm trying to figure out these countdowns. I thought I understood it, but sometimes you learn something new every day, especially on these semi-fake springtime Tuesdays like we are experiencing today in the ATL. Hope things are all wonderful in your world because they're not in mine. Why you making
Audio.
that face? Huh?
Audio.
What about it?
It's not right.
Is it twitching?
It's just sounding like regular audio.
How about that? Shit. Nothing. And you got the audio cable connected? Black on it?
Yeah. Keep going.
I'm gonna trust B to figure that out because I don't know where that's coming from. Let me bring that. Nope, we need that. Try this. Are we good now? Okay, cool. You hit that button that said no echo. I understand. I'm here alongside my partner in crime, the one and only.
It's Will, y'all. Will the Thrill. Professional shit talker extraordinaire. Love of the people, the culture, and everything about it. Europe.
Flav says,
Oh, no,
what
I
up?
like that.
Flav said, what up?
Yeah. I fucks with it.
How you feeling?
Sensational.
Oh, Lord. All right. This is the end of the season. You got to retire that, bro. We got new seasons kicking off next week. Season 14. We got to get another
Something
word.
new?
Yeah, it ain't the hell no.
Something new.
Something new, something right, because we're not hearing that for the rest of these episodes going forward. How is everything else in the actual world that is not being sensational?
Oh, man. Good. I mean,
I believe that more.
life is good.
I believe that more than that sensation.
Enjoying the beautiful struggle that is life.
Okay. Come on, Talib. Talk about it.
Hey, man. Shit is real.
That was a good album, too.
I love it.
So let's get right to it, man. Season finale. 13 seasons. How does that make you feel?
Since
Asshole.
I couldn't help it. Man, I'm kind of amazed, to be honest with you, bro. This journey.
Why?
Nah, man. That's because the journey, and I commend you, man. The dedication and
You commend me?
yeah.
Oh, you ain't been here?
No. I mean, just us in general, bro. Like, cause
that's a wild number.
it's just just because I'm like, damn. I remember the fucking the house episodes and the. You know what I mean? In the back room, pause, like doing the show. I remember you saying, "Hey, let's settle like this. Let's just try a fake one. Let's just see how it goes."
I don't know if we can count that. But
I know you don't count it, but I remember those times. I remember the first conversation saying, "Oh, let's try this." Like,
Okay.
I feel like we would be out at this, and like season 13, shit don't even sound like it's a real number to me.
Yeah,
You tell me this shit episode 13. I'm like, okay, so I can see that.
Season 13, episode 13. That means this is episode 169.
I made that.
No, it's called math.
I say that was. You thought you did it? I was like, you pre-did.
No, I could have done that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, hell yeah. Test me.
No, I'm not doing that.
Cool. I'm good either way.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Damn, that's impressive.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's just for the episodes that we have seasons for. We had some where we were doing episodes 17, 19. We gotta put it because obviously we over 200 episodes.
The lost tapes.
I don't even know if it's called it's actual factual right there.
No, I told you.
Nostradamus perfected it though. We got to figure out an actual number because we got to be coming close to 300 by now. By my estimate.
I keep that shit 300.
That's not a thing.
Oh.
It's definitely not.
He fucking it up.
What's the lawyer? What's the most interesting thing that happened to you this weekend, man? Or this week?
The Jets signed the offensive tackle. And
life is great, huh?
That's the most interesting thing that happened to you?
No, man. What happened this weekend? I was chilling, bro, with my kids, man, and they again got me with the like, let's go do this, and they was like, yeah, I'm good.
What did you bring up? What did you
Bro,
recommend?
I told you I just wanted to go to the city. It was nice. I was like, let's go to the park. Let's just.
Yeah.
I know we ain't going to the park to go to the playground and play. That shit ain't a thing no more.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But like, let's go walk around the park. Let's go get some scooters. Let's do whatever.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Saturday morning, get here. Are y'all ready? Nah, I just gotta finish this thing right quick online. Remember, I was like, yo, man, nigga. You know when they asked me about it again? It's fucking dark outside. Like, oh, are we going
You
there?
going there?
Going to the park at night?
They
Let
did
me tell you
everything.
something, kids. Let me tell you we don't go.
I don't care what city you
Yeah, I
in.
don't care what city you in. Any big park in the city,
Yeah.
you don't need to be in there when the sun go down.
Central Park. There's a Central Park in Atlanta like there was in New
bro.
York. We
I
still
don't
ain't
give a
going
damn
there.
what city it is. That shit could be Peaceville, USA. Do not go to that park
Peaceville.
after dark. So
y'all just spent that beautiful weekend
Man,
in
listen.
the house.
Man, listen.
Okay.
We went outside for a second and played you play like baseball, which is like yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but it's like wiffle ball. But it just be so funny to play the shit with them.
But it's wiffle ball though.
Yeah, it is wiffle ball. Not like real baseball. No, you use a real baseball, they're gonna kill somebody.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we do that shit. That was fun for a little bit. But for the most part, we chilled in the crib, man. We made, we do our little cooking 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
Per usual. We went to the movies. We went to go see Kung Fu Panda.
What?
Of all things. All right, now before y'all start heating me for going
No. Kung Fu Panda's mad old.
Well, part 4. Not mad.
Get out of here.
That old.
Okay, I didn't know that. All right.
So normally my kids don't want to see no shit like that. I was like, but the thing is they grew up from the inception of Kung Fu Panda.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so they
now you
there
gotta
from,
go.
they there from the beginning of Kung Fu Panda to now.
We need to see how this ends.
This shit shut down. How they gonna close this motherfucker? No.
Is it another to be continued on this one?
Definitely. In case you forgot. I just be thinking to myself, my man Jack Black is one of the fucking that dude is funny as shit to me.
He's hilarious, huh?
And he sings fucking Britney Spears' song
Hit Me Baby.
Hit Me Baby One More Time.
How did I know?
He fucking covered it. And much like in that Mario movie, he fucking destroyed it.
Okay. That's what's up. My bad. I'm trying to still figure out this whole number thing. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My fault. I'm sorry. So how was the movie? You give it what, 2 paws up?
Good. 2 paws up is crazy.
See what I did?
So what you did? Like, panda pause, if you would.
Panda.
Pause.
Panda.
Nah, I was straight. I fell asleep on the portion of it because I'm old. But
that's why you go to movies with your kids. What are you talking about?
What, nigga? Nap time. Wait. So I'm in the movie, right? My daughter goes, Dad, you snoring. I'm gonna feel somebody nudge me like, hey,
yo,
I'm a nigga. You snoring, bro.
Don't be embarrassing me out here.
Yeah.
That is funny. But I mean, it's understandable. You must have your head back like this.
Nigga, what? I go to movie theater, they got the little lounge chairs.
Nah, don't do that.
Yeah. I need to go to the old school movie theater, make you just sit up straight.
Yeah.
If you rock,
you
rock too far, they should have, you might fall into the chair.
These kids will never understand.
Hey, they got the electric seat and lean back in the recliner. You already know what time it is.
The feet come up too?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Lights out.
Oh, man.
They put that shit down too. I was like, nap time.
Oh, man, that's a wrap.
Make you want to buy a fucking recliner. I'll buy that shit and never use it. I already know me.
All right. Sound like you had a good weekend.
Full of
pandas and stuff. My week was full of work, but you know what was the most interesting thing for me this week? Last night, I went to I can't start the story like that. We're still in Women's History Month right now. So
Word.
My people, Hip Hop Congress of Atlanta, they teamed up with Spelman Women in Hip Hop Industry, something like that. I'm messing it up. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna get it right in a second. They also partnered with Can I Kick It, Kicks, that brand as well. And they put on a panel talking about, the current state of women in hip hop, covering the entire, all the attributes of it. I guess is the best way I could put it. And it was really dope. They had, some of my favorite people on there. Miss Dia was on there. Cy Rock was on there. Who else? Jeez, now I'm forgetting people. My bad, y'all.
Wonder why they didn't invite me.
Yeah, I wonder why. Actually, no, it's a good turnout. But the thing that was so dope about it was the amount of topics they got to cover. Like they was talking about, a little bit of the history, how we want things to move forward, how we would like things to move forward. They were talking a lot to the students who they're talking about, how they should deal with, being a woman in certain industries, how they deal with their talents being discounted, people not really paying attention to what they can do, or them having to prove themselves on an extra level. Very similar to things we hear on a daily basis from women complaining about. But I like the constructive part of it and where it was going on, how they handled it and their experiences and that information that they were giving to the younger ladies who were starting their journey into it as well. Like I said, we talked a lot about the culture, talked a lot about representation, talked about balance. And I don't even know if they use those actual words, but that's basically what I took away from what they were saying. Like, yeah, we understand some people may like a certain type of
hip hop,
female hip hop music, but there's a whole other side.
Yeah.
And one of the big takeaways they were saying, like, the same way that y'all love and support a lot of these anthems, we need y'all to support a lot of these other anthems and songs that talk about something else other than what you hear on the radio. So it went on for I think overall about 90 minutes. It was real beneficial. So if you're not already, follow Hip Hop Congress ATL. Kaya was there. She's one of the sponsors. Nice 98 Deck, friend of the show. Shout out to her. It was good seeing her as well. Minister Server was in the crew supporting Yamil Little. Shout out Yamil. He gave me this dope ass artwork. I got to post that later on. I forgot. So I'm gonna do a little recap on it on Hip Hop Gets Back probably tomorrow. But no, that was really enjoyable. It's different when you're watching a panel from the audience versus being on it or having to be a moderator on it. So that was real dope. So this was their second one. I think they did a different type of panel last month over at a different university. I forget. Georgia Perimeter. They're gonna kill me. I got to get my stats together. Jeez.
Tighten up.
Man, I'm trying. But the point of it is, Hip Hop Congress ATL, HHC_ATL, Spelman Women in Hip Hop. Shout out to them again. Here go the not funny part. Interesting part of that. That club program organization started about maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and it was started by one of Hip Hop Gets Back's interns.
Oh shit! Dope.
Yeah, shout out Ebony Ellis. She started that back when she was a student at Spelman. I want to say that was 6-7 years ago.
Fine.
And to still see it going and continuing on and passing on from class to class to class, it was real dope to see that. So it's always dope when you are a part of something, or you create something and you see it
flourish.
Flourish and carry on even after you're gone. So. Well, moved on.
I got a question since we on the Hip Hop Gets Back.
Since we're here.
Yeah,
my bad. That was loud.
And because you've fucking been a part of this shit so long and in that space, do you care about people giving back publicly or privately?
What?
Do you care about how to we see in the news like a lot of athletes, rappers like giving back to the community. For example, we just saw LaShawn McCoy, and we've seen my man
Russell Westbrook
like do a lot of affordable housing in their old neighborhoods.
Yeah.
But it didn't get a bunch of press. But so when I saw it, I was like, damn, how come nobody? Why we just found out about this shit and his is pretty much done? Westbrook's is already finished.
That's a good thing, sure.
Yeah, it's good. But do you care? Whether it's publicly or in private?
Two-part answer. When it's done genuinely, I think it needs to be screened from the rooftops, from the mountaintops, as a matter of fact. But if somebody's doing it just for the attention, then nah. Just I almost want to say don't do it at all, but I'm not going to go that far.
Right.
But yeah, when it's done, because I know a lot of individuals, a lot of organizations and groups who do it because this is their passion. This is what is really on their mind. This is what they care and concerned about.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I think that needs more coverage. That's part of the reason why we started Hip Hop Gets Back. But I've also seen, sometimes up close, sometimes from a distance, people doing it just for the recognition, and that's the only thing they care about.
For the post.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got to take the good with the bad.
Right.
But my preference is, and I'm kind of in between the answer again, I know.
It's defensive.
It's
we standing on it.
Yeah, we standing on it. Yeah. If it's authentic and it's for you, and it's something that's really close to you. Because that's what we do. One of the things when we were doing events outside, we were partnered with artists, and they said, "Yo, I want to do some kind of give back situation." And I asked, "Well, what do you care about?" what matters to you. And we would build an event around that, giving back to different organizations, or they may be launching their own organization, so we would assist with that. So that's how I would always frame it, because a lot of people be worried about how it would look.
Right.
I'm like, look, as long as it's something that's genuine to you, and what you truly care about, don't worry about that. That'll really shine through to the people who really matter, not people who are just being fake angry, or the fake uproars that we see all the time. So
I think you can't stop it. I think and when I say you can't stop it, I don't think you can stop people from fucking criticizing anything. It's just the world we live in. I will say sometimes, like, you might mistake somebody doing something genuine, not you, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
People might mistake something in general to me being, because I'm broadcasting it as it's not genuine.
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that.
Yeah.
That could be, listen, the more eyes I get on this, the more support I'm going to get under this umbrella.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The more sponsors I can get to make, not only, if I get somebody here to match what I'm giving, shit, we up. If I get 7 people to match what I'm giving, holy
Crazy.
shit, now this could really
do something.
Make a dent in my community. So I get it when people post it and they put it out and they like sponsor it and all of that shit. I understand, because there's a part of this like, hey, if I could use whatever little bit of fame or whatever I have, and it's going to elevate what I have times 10, like, I feel like I damn near got to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if my purpose is I want to make a dent, I want to show something different in my community, I want this to be seen, is the best way to do that sometimes is to put more eyes on it, to put more funding behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To get the ball rolling, and that shit's hard to do from you just one person that nobody knows about.
Yeah. No matter how much money you got.
No matter how much money you got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think sometimes people just, sometimes they like they misconstrue what somebody is doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm talking about it. No, I'm talking about it because I want you to know about it. Fucking what?
This matters.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
I ain't talking about my movie. I don't want nobody to go see it. What?
Nah, they don't do that. They don't do that.
Yeah, you making a mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, yo, man, that shit should be broadcast. That's not the same thing as somebody pulling out their phone and handing $1 to a homeless person at the car. Like, yo, what you doing, bro?
Like, at the same time?
Yeah, bro, what you doing, bro? Yeah, already that shit there. Every time I see it, I be like,
wait, you seen that before?
I've never seen somebody do it, but like, you seen posts before with somebody like, oh, here you go, brother.
I've never seen that.
You never seen somebody like
no.
dead ass?
Our threads are different, I promise you.
I don't even see him, but I can't believe you've never seen one of those come across your thread with somebody like, for real?
Somebody else may have been recording them doing it, but not at the same time. That's nasty.
Nasty work.
Like, I give you $1 for this shot.
Damn.
No, I've never seen that, yo.
Yeah, but I salute. Like I said, I get it, man. And sometimes you got people like Westbrook or Shady that's like, the stuff they've done, like, I guess
sorry, go ahead.
With this little bit of fanfare, it'll still find its way out because it's good. Like in organizations like hip hop gets back, and other organizations, like, they bring stuff like that to light. They highlight what the celebrities and the athletes and the hip hop people from the hip hop generation and from our culture are giving back to all of us. You know what I mean? Giving back to our communities.
Yeah.
Like, places like that highlight that shit. That's how it gets the more attention that it deserves.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I'm trying to get to the actual article because I didn't want us to just say, "Oh, they gave." I was trying to get some facts behind it because, like you said,
go ahead. West is from the West. You know what I mean? So it's in his city. You know what I mean? That's where he's doing it. That's what Shady is from PA.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he did it basically in his hometown. Like, oh, hey, give me this whole fucking block. I'm buying, tear all this shit down and give me affordable housing right here, all of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's. Like, they don't have to do that. That's the other shit I be wanting to say, man. Like, as much as you want to break down, even if you feel like you're just doing this shit for clout, y'all, they are doing something. Too often we want to tear somebody down, bro, and it be motherfuckers from the stands.
From the blazers.
Like, motherfuckers sitting in the nosebleeds not doing shit and gonna talk about me. I'm in the game.
Yeah. Get off the side.
Like, so, hey, you don't like the way I'm doing it? Hey, come help me.
Come do, exactly.
Come help me. Show me what I should be doing differently. Help me out.
So, which one do you prefer as a walk away answer? Do you prefer it's out there or
put it out there?
Okay.
Put it out there. Videotape the whole shit. Make T-shirts. Fucking put it on the post. Make a billboard. Like, put it out there. Like, I want people to know that, like, yo, there's people doing this. Because the other thing you look at, not only the clout part is, yo, man, this is a great chance you're going to inspire somebody else.
That's what normally happens.
Like, I think about, like, people who might have showed up to your school when you was young.
Right.
You know what I mean? You remember something. You remember a lot of them things. That shit mattered. It mattered when LL Cool J came to my elementary school. Like, I'm from Queens. Yeah, it mattered. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, that's L.
Did
You know what I mean?
Did he perform?
Hell no.
He ain't do.
Nah, hell. They gonna play doing it, nigga?
Yeah.
I was in the 7th grade, nigga. That's been wild. I'm like, oh, you
That
wild.
was doing it was not for you.
Nah,
in
it
the 7th grade. I'm about to say, get out of here.
But nah, he could have did. He could have.
He was like pink cookies in a plastic bag.
Nah, it was before. I'm a little bit older than that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bit older than that.
Doing it. Get out of here.
Doing it would have been wild. 7th grade. Represent Queen. She was I'm like, yo.
Do you remember anything everything he said?
You know, just the normal positive shit. I mean, y'all came from here too, y'all. You know what I mean?
If I make it, you can make it.
Yeah, that type of shit. But I mean, I respect it. Because at the end of the day, I understand now that I'm older. Like, yo, they don't got to get that time, bro. Like, they're not getting anything out of this. LL at that time was fucking whoever you think the biggest rap is. That was LL at that time.
So he is getting something out of it. What you mean? We just finished.
No, I'm telling you, like as far as like record sales, something like that, shit ain't changing that. I don't think it has any effect on that because he's already who he is. Like this wasn't LL just trying to make the come up. No, he was already who he was.
Oh, okay, that's what
you know what I mean. Like he didn't. We didn't do him a favor.
Okay,
you know what I mean. Like so, yeah, this shit mattered, and I appreciated it. And shit, the fact that I remember it now, and that was years ago.
47.
God damn. It's like Kevin Hart when he told Don Cheadle. He said, "I'm 60." Damn. I'm sorry. Yo, when you first saw that shit, I was like, Don Cheadle wasn't playing.
Cortez, can you grab him for? Thank you. Like
that, Don Cheadle wasn't playing. That was a real look of like
hurt.
For real, my nigga.
Can we doing?
For real.
I'm here on your show.
Yeah, like, came to support. You just gonna fucking start shooting? All right. So how we giving it up?
Nah, he ain't shooting. You dropping bombs.
Nigga, what?
And he tried to clean it up.
I'm sorry.
He's like, what I said was.
I was saying
that flip was crazy.
Yo.
Anyway. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Don Cheadle.
Shout out to Hip Hop Gets Back.
Come on, man. That's
everybody supporting their community, man. I appreciate y'all.
Layman's applause. We gotta switch that. We talk about here. I'm like, yo, that is not what I want to appreciate this point, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's get to it, man, because that was on the good stuff. Let's get to the fun stuff.
Let's get to the freaks.
Let's get to the freaks. Come out.
That sounds crazy.
I
just want to reword that whole thing.
Do you?
I want to retract that. Let's get back to the freaks thing.
Is it?
That sounded wild. And that wasn't my intention to sound wild.
No? Really?
Nah, fuck that. On Thursday, right? Yeah. On Thursday.
What's going down?
The wait is finally over.
The world premiere.
World premiere. Of the Freaknik doc. Hey, man.
Angelic. That's what I'm thinking.
Some of these parents are going to have to be like, yeah. Mama, ain't that? Hey. God damn it.
I swear you had that same mold.
Man, listen. Yeah, the wild part is how many DAs and police chiefs and fucking principals and...
If you had to take a guess, how many?
Oh. I want to say how many you could catch. Because the thing that might help them is that video is so fucking grainy because of what we was using technology-wise.
Nah, you could tell.
I'm talking about the people in the background.
Oh, okay.
They might be able to get by. Like, is that me?
No,
I can't tell. Thank God.
You remember that? Wait, when did you get it? No, you weren't here. Okay, I caught the last.
I've never experienced a Freaknik.
The last few years of Freaknik, people were posing for the camera. It's not like you had to.
Oh no, they wasn't hiding.
Yeah, it's not like you had to zoom all the way in the back to see them. I'm like, no,
it was busting it open.
Oh gosh.
So I've heard.
Listen, we're Polaroids in the hands and instant cameras, all shit. Yeah. Wait, I ain't get it. Do it again.
Nigga had a book bag full of them fucking disposable cameras.
Oh man, heaven forbid if you lost it.
Just walk in there and just fucking put your arm on the shelf.
Oh my gosh, because camcorders back then were expensive, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And it was broad. And that battery lasts like 2 hours.
I need another VHS sheet. I loaded it up. So yeah, so
battery was trash.
So like I said, it was a thing back then. Yeah. You know, so it was. I don't think recognizing people is going to be a problem. I think what I do think. I think they didn't gray out some faces. I do think that.
Mandatory.
I don't know if it is.
I think because somebody's on it that shouldn't be on it.
It's a couple celebrities on it.
Keisha Lance Bottoms. I'm just like, chill. Chill, Keisha. I'm playing. I don't know that for a fact.
Listen. Yeah, I do remember saying that. I thought you were serious about that.
So if that shit come on and the vice president is just on there, you're going to be like, oh, shit.
Kamala?
That's the VP.
I'd be like, okay, let me not do that. But
she on there with Montel Williams. And
no, Montel was popping back then.
She might have even made it down or reached out to JD and Luke.
Yeah, just.
What did y'all got? Me out of it.
Why you say that? Either one, her or Keisha.
Keisha don't care. Yeah, she's from Atlanta, man. Calvin's a VP. Yeah, that's different levels to this shit.
Let me do some research. By the way, Court's here.
Yeah, I'm here.
How you feeling, brother?
All right.
Most interesting thing.
Fast.
Oh, okay. I was about to offer you some cold fries that Will had brought, but you know.
Yeah, not neither.
I mean, that's not a shot because, you know, they weren't cold when you brought them. So I don't make it sound like you just bring cold fries everywhere you go. You know, that's just what she said. So
Good Tuesday.
yeah. Good Tuesday. Most interesting thing that happened to you this week. Oh, you put it right on top of the recording and shit. Let's we still working out this directional.
Interesting thing this weekend.
Yeah. Because you know Will let us down. Well, actually, no, it was pretty good today. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Two things.
Oh, I'm turning up a bit.
I wanted to shout out
There
my
we go.
grandmother. You know, we talk about her a lot. She got. Did I say that she got baptized?
Yeah, you told me.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm just throw that out there again. Kind of proud of her. But this weekend, my man moved back down here, man. One of my best friends from New York, man. He just moved back down here for good.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's a good and that's a bad thing.
So it's up now. Okay.
Like, hey, dog, I can't go out every night. I gotta go to work.
Yeah, we tried to. I went over there, I catched up with him, man. It was like, dude, we can't do all this in one night.
Wow.
We had a good time. Pause.
Y'all are crazy.
How
Man.
accurate.
Oh man, the vice president has said she knew she wanted to attend a HBCU and enrolled in Howard University in 1982. So if she went to,
Damn, she old.
she's 59. So if she had gone to Freaknik, it would have been after her undergrad for sure. That's what I was looking up.
There was some 30-year-olds in them videos. That's
That guaranteed. So it's very possible that she made that request that B was talking about. I just be wondering these random things. So we would be catching up talking about the world premiere of
Freaknik coming.
Freaknik this Thursday on
talking about he locked in.
happening for some time now. So
Yeah.
I mean,
they skim through.
Yeah, they keep showing a little fucking flesh. I want to see the movie.
Yeah, I want to see.
Show
They
me.
don't want to show.
show me. You want to see what's on the uncut?
Let me see.
Okay.
You gotta have something uncut in there. You can't make it all
Put it out uncut.
surface level.
I mean, it's Luke, so you
BNT
know.
after dark. Let's go.
Like I said, they've been doing that rollout for a year-long rollout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Maybe have some good footage.
I think people. Do you think people are really trying to block it? Like, yo, chill.
Yeah.
hell yeah, without a doubt. No doubt. I know that's true.
Like you said, like y'all was talking about, I said that it got to a point where it got out of hand for a minute, and they had to start regulating things, and it eventually ended. So
Yeah, that shit was.
pretty sure there's some things on there that be like, hey,
Hey, from the footage I seen,
I don't know that guy.
it's that.
It might have been me, but that wasn't me.
Yeah. I can't wait to see certain celebs like in that younger
They better not. Hey,
younger space.
It's the same people. We're the
Yeah, it
same
is.
people, man.
No. I'm talking about just seeing them in that element. Like the way I view fucking Killer Mike is not the same way I would view him if he were the Freaknik doc. Like,
Why? Tell me why. That's an interesting question.
I'm saying that because I've never seen Killer Mike as a teenager, like having the type of fun that they had. Like, I've never seen him as a teenager. Like when Killer Mike when I first get introduced to Killer Mike, he's already in his fucking 20s. Like, Outkast is already huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's not. I don't see him in 1994.
Got you.
You know what I mean? I'm curious to see what fucking. And at the time he's probably 18. So he probably
something like that.
Yeah, he's probably in his fucking prime time of fucking acting up.
Okay.
At that point. So I've never seen that. So like
I'm going out too.
Yes, I'm saying. So I'm curious to see cats like that who I know are around during that time.
Yeah.
Because that motherfucker is Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I'm curious to see cats like that. Like, not just speaking on it, but like maybe there's some hidden footage somewhere. Like, yeah, I got a picture of me from that time. I got you.
You know, people go through many lives in their lifetime. And it's like now that footage is of people that's in their 50s.
And y'all women don't be counting
lives you done lived since then.
And women don't be counting them college bodies.
Yeah. Don't have to though.
Keep going. Keep going. No,
You did that shit.
That don't even count.
Nah.
All I would say is homecoming is always an interesting time here at HBC or any college, anywhere.
Here we go.
I'm just saying they are.
This thing with the PC.
All right, it is.
Get shit off, governor.
Because I can't talk to myself all the time. You know, I'm just.
All right, tell me your different experiences.
Oh, that's where I was going with that.
Correct.
No, I've talked about it several times on this pod.
Elaborate, Mr. AUC.
Let me pick. That is hilarious.
Statue your ass out there.
No, that's fine. I ain't done enough. I ain't done enough in LA.
Put my jersey in the rafters. Cut it out.
Maybe on the east side. Anyway, so the whole point of it is.
Shout out to the east.
The whole point of it is, my Freaknik stories are always.
Nah, tell it.
I'm trying to pick a
version. That's what make people take so long to tell their story.
I'm trying to pick one.
Yeah, you're cutting out all type of shit that we don't think we want.
No, that's not what I was doing.
Can't tell that one.
Wow, that's not what I was doing.
That shouldn't take that long, man. Nah, I can't do that one.
I just want to be here all day talking about it. That's all. So.
Tell us how you was there. Keisha Lance Bottoms was there.
Getting it in.
Killer Mike. Yeah, I was in the cipher.
Yo,
what they really call Keisha?
Yo, your initiatives are wild.
So I knew Keisha when she was KK.
Yeah, listen.
What? That was a next.
She was KK bottom.
Just giving out rant. I already seen Keisha's bottom. You feel me? Nah, hey, these are jokes, man. We respect it from a man. We know these are jokes.
Keisha outside, no.
Don't do that, B. No, don't disrespect you now.
The one Atlanta nigga trying to separate himself, like, nah. Hey, these niggas on their own now.
Oh, you want to produce? Produce.
I'm not even Clay. I'm going to play.
Some of this old man.
Listen.
No.
Like I said, the most glaring ones that I remember are mostly about the big parties. So it wasn't nothing too crazy, that part. And then the other part was the overly big parties, the traffic on Peachtree Memorial Drive, them blocking off 25 when they finally figured it out, like can't let these people off the damn exits. So we gonna keep driving you in a circle. What else? Couple parties I did, couple house parties, but those be blurry at this point.
That's the right answer.
It's just get hazy.
Your Honor, I want to answer that question under the grounds of my incriminating myself.
Listen, my recollection is not what it used to be.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But like I said, I didn't get here till I got here to summer 96, so Freaknik already passed. So 97, 98, and it was done in 98.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So 97 was interesting. And then 98, if you went to the right parts of the city, it was cool. I think they even tried one in 99, and I was like, so trash. So I think 99 was when they started blocking off the highways. And like, nah.
That's enough.
But it was the good ones I remember, Washington Park, the barbecues, people being out there, the unexpected car shows, the women dancing and all that stuff like that. But it wasn't like, I don't think anything that I saw would have been hype enough to make the film.
Right.
I'll put it that way. You know what I'm saying? So I will leave it at that. If I'm forgetting some stuff, then my boys who were there with me, they were like, nah, you don't remember? And that's it.
Peaches?
Yes.
I'll get
Peaches Music Store. So yeah.
Nah, you know Peaches, nigga. She had a mouth like a vacuum. Nah,
what's it airing on?
Huh?
What's it airing on?
What you mean? Oh, my bad.
Okay.
You said, what is your earring? I got these headphones. Matter of fact, I'm getting hot. Go ahead, talk. Let's go.
Man, I'm excited about Hulu this Thursday, bro. Y'all tune in. I can't wait to do the recap when we come in after I actually watch this shit.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Like, that's going to be exciting. I'm actually looking forward to watching that.
Yes, indeed.
Shout out to the freaks. Nick does the show.
Nice.
What she said.
No, you baby. Get out of here. So, next topic.
96, I was still in the nipple.
Oh, jeez.
So it was nuts.
Lit. Yeah,
I know what Brandon's about to do, right? Really try to separate himself from the Freaknik story. You see that?
Nigga about to over Atlanta this shit. Hey, listen, we don't need you to stick up for Keisha. I already apologized.
No, let's keep it moving. Because I know you can be like, yo.
Before we get on there.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right. Well,
you pick.
I just had a question.
Oh, shit.
I really just had a question.
So why she about to pivot? Go ahead.
As he's,
I'm listening.
I heard about, because I'm about the same age as Chanel, right? So all that being said, I didn't get to experience, Freaknik.
Yeah.
But
sorry for you.
I did hear the stories of like women kidnapping men. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't hear the stories. What was this?
Like they not traffic.
Yeah.
In a way, just but traffic.
Trying to get it popping.
I'm just saying, not you. The things were so blurry.
I wasn't that blurry.
Was it? You sure?
I'm sure.
I would remember that.
I'm just saying.
Listen, I know the time.
The story.
I know the time. I remember the times very clearly. I've been sexually assaulted by.
I'm done. They stick out. That was my only question. I'm done.
It wasn't during Freaknik though. So
it wasn't during Freaknik.
Yeah, this is the thing people gotta understand about Atlanta. Atlanta in the spring, the summertime, like Freaknik used to be a beginning.
What a time.
every weekend after that, it's always something going on. You know that from being an adult in the city. Like that still hasn't changed. So
I ain't get it until after fucking in the 2000s and that shit was like that. I was like, nigga, so this shit be like this every week?
Listen, man, the AUC alone, so many memories, so many impromptu. I don't know if I told this story.
So many illegitimate children.
Listen, come on. That's wrong. Come on. I meant to hit that one. Anyway.
This nigga got mad fucking 25-year-olds running around.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's right. Good man. Good job.
It's 2023, my man.
Nah, listen. Like I said, we've talked about my escapades.
And we'll leave it at that.
Much.
Yeah.
Way too much.
And we'll leave it at that.
Way too much. But no, like I said, Atlanta is one of those places where love is available.
A plentiful.
In abundance at the same time. So,
I love a good
like
party.
I said, it's here. Freaknik was very more concentrated, and there's a lot more people coming from out of town. But I've never heard about this abduction stuff. Like, what is that?
You met me?
No, so like a real story that I heard.
Shit, you made this up. Look,
I really thought he made this up.
No. It was a real story. I was joking about you, but it's a real story. One of the guys I was running with in Atlanta in my 20s at that time.
Meech.
Nah.
All right, go.
But he was 9 years older than me. He was my mentor, basically.
Southwest T.
And what the fuck? He's so stupid. Boy, he's hilarious. But nah, he's old, definitely old enough to sit here and remember and be in the prime of Freaknik. So he was giving me the stories, and he was like, "Yo, one of his homeboys, he remembers being out in the street, in that traffic on Peachtree, and getting snatched up by like a couple of girls, the fuck, and not coming back till the next day."
Did they drop them off?
Yeah, I mean, they dropped the ball for something. I can't remember that. That part is blurry to me because, of course, it wasn't a firsthand story.
Sound crazy,
you know what I'm saying? Bro. But he was like, in quote what would be considered a good way. Yeah, my man got abducted by like a gang of girls or whatever. They just snatched his ass up.
Yeah, what a time when fucking cell phones weren't common and not everybody had a camera. What a time.
Yeah,
what a time.
That's what I remember about that. Like
Which reminds me. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I think I said this the last time we was talking about this. My own personal story of Freaknik, outside of watching all the footage and hearing about all this stuff, I think the closest thing that we've had to Freaknik since Freaknik was Jordan's last All-Star game, NBA All-Star game, 2003. That was Jordan's last All-Star game.
No,
they shut down. They shut down Lennox like early on Saturday at noon because they literally could not handle the foot traffic.
Yeah, and that's what made me think about them shutting the exit off. They wouldn't let you get off the highway.
Yeah. The roads was cut off, everything. It took you 2 hours to go from downtown to Buckhead.
That shit.
And probably about an hour to an hour and a half to get back.
Fire.
That was an interesting
because I was actually going to Georgia State when the dorms was over there basically by the varsity.
Yeah.
So like all of that being said, I just remember the traffic. I remember the vibe. All
That's
of
when
that
you were at
stuff.
G State?
That's when I was at
Georgia
I
was
State.
in your dorms heavy, man.
I was there.
Truth is coming to light.
Dorms from 02 to about 05, basically.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I was on campus till like 06. Yeah. So like, so even still, you get those remnants of, because Peachtree was still popping, like just going and riding the strip. Like you could just do that as something to do.
Was it?
I caught the tail end of that.
What a time.
So like,
Sorry.
But yeah, that was
embracing
to
the
me,
truth.
that was the closest thing that we had at that time. Because you got to think about again at the time, Atlanta was at this point. Atlanta wasn't just bubbling anymore. We're here.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
Lil Jon, Eastside Boys, all that stuff. T.I. is out, Luda's out. Everybody, Usher has 8701 and all of that. Atlanta, all eyes on Atlanta at that time.
Yeah.
So like,
you see what he did?
And then,
I can't believe y'all let him get away with that.
Nah, I'm gonna let him finish. I'm gonna let him finish. Because no, he's not wrong except for one thing. I was here for the All-Star game.
Okay.
And every card passed.
What they playing?
Get Rich or Die Trying.
No, they were playing.
They were with the TVs in it. If they had a TV in the head,
it came out. I want to say it came out that week.
Yep.
It came out that weekend.
Greatest rap album ever.
Get Rich or Die Trying, and if there was a TV in the headrest, then they was playing porno.
Yeah, that used to be
Just to make you
that
watch.
was a crazy time.
That was a thing.
Pornos in the headrest.
That was
wild
definitely
time.
it.
You're gonna wait till the end of the show. We come back to that. We come back to that.
Pornos in the headrest.
No, not that part.
I
That's the
appreciate it.
closest thing I feel like that was, and you can verify. That was the closest thing to Freaknik that I think that actually happened.
It to me, I'm like I said, I've never been to it, but that's what it looked like. I remember just thinking to myself like,
because people was out in the street dancing just like it was before.
Yes, my brother and his best friend was staying at the Georgian Terrace, right? And I remember I went we went upstairs like to go chill in the room. I was at that time I'm like fucking what 22, 23. You know what I mean? So I'm like, should we? I mean,
Young Will on the loose.
fresh off. I got a snorkel on down here. I'm looking crazy, right? I walk in there, right? It's this nigga's door. Like I walk into his room, the door opens, and it's Trina. I was next to the room next to him. I was like,
yo,
I was like, and you gotta think this is 03 Trina. This ain't
in her. Oh yeah,
yeah. This is, and I'm, you know me. I'm like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, my nigga,
That's Trina.
She's like, oh hey, I was like, my nigga Trina's next door. Did you know that?
Right.
Like, were you aware that Trina is next door?
That Trina.
Yeah, the baddest bitch Trina. Not today's Trina. God bless Trina. But like that was an ill time for Trina. You know what I mean? Like, so I remember just being in that hotel. I was like, yo, this shit is nice.
Right.
Fuck it, roll up.
Right. That is wild.
Yeah.
Get Rich or Die Trying dropped February 6, 2003. All-Star Games, February 9th, 2003.
That shit was everywhere, my nigga. And that's how I was like, nah. I said they're not playing one song. They're playing the album.
Yeah.
Not one record.
Yeah, I'm not saying it wasn't a classic.
No,
outside.
I mean, Cole got his shit off. I like Cole.
Said it before.
Like they were playing if you want to call anything a B-side, they was playing all of that shit. And I was just like, damn, bro.
I think I heard Many Men more than anything.
Bro, my nigga, like it was to the point where like when DJs were spinning, like you might have to replay some of them.
Yeah, shout out MC War, because that weekend we did the Nike was still doing their pavilion thing, Nike Pavilion downtown. You may remember that.
Yeah.
From Marietta Street. So it was an underground joint and it had like levels to it, right? So 50 Cent was performing there, and because I was a part of MC War, it was me, Rasta Root, shout out DJ Rasta Root, and I'm forgetting somebody else. Shakim was there. No, take that back. It wasn't Shakim. Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats was there. We did a DJ battle. They did a little DJ showcase. I got to rock before 50. So at the height or the early part of it, I could say like, yo, I opened 50, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
put it on the resume.
Put it guarantee. Run that up. So yeah. No, that was I'm over here still thinking though, was that the closest thing to Freaknik? Because Atlanta, we've had so many moments. I've been here since '96.
I got another story about that weekend too. I just thought about
let's get to it. Yeah.
So this is
we know the title of the show.
Yeah, right. So this is more the All-Star weekend, because I don't know about Freaknik, right? So the All-Star weekend, distant replay was still a thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've been a junkie for all kind of shit like that. So it's crazy. My boys in town because like I said, I had just got here. And I was like, yo, y'all gotta come. So All-Star weekend's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna go grab a jersey or two, right?
Or two.
So what a fucking time. 200 and fucking fit. Man, I don't spend so much money in them fucking places. Anyway, right? So I was like, yo, I'm gonna tell you how old it was. I had the camera with the crank disposable one, right?
Okay.
I had it. I was like, leave that shit in the car. I don't care. I'm like, yo, Jay-Z in town. It'd be crazy if Jay-Z's in distant replay. So me and my boy walking a distant replay. We in there, fucking. I'm going through the fucking racks and looking for clothes. I look up. Dame Dash walks in. I was like, it's fucking Dame. I'm staring at the door. Jay-Z walks behind him. I was like, my boy's like.
You don't know what
it's fucking fan out. My first time ever just being starstruck by somebody. I was just like, it's fucking Jay. That nigga's my favorite rapper like ever. Like it's not even close.
And
like,
what year is this? 2003?
This is
Okay.
Like you know what I mean? So I'm just sitting there like.
So wait, no, the Black Album went out yet.
Yeah. So I'm totally like I'm just starstruck, and I'm sitting there. I'm going to the record store. Pardon me, big man. Like touch shows. I was like, nigga, that was Jay-Z. I'm like, does that nigga know who he is?
Does he know who this is?
This nigga know who he is. This nigga made the soundtrack to my life, nigga. Like, let me perform. Give it. Nah, bro, I had the camera in my pocket. Didn't get a flick.
No picture, no autograph.
What? Nah, I wasn't doing that shit. Yeah, my nigga, I ain't want to be fanboy. That shit is too much.
I'm trying to remember. It was right.
I regret. This autograph I was all set on.
Yeah, this is pre-Instagram. This is pre.
Oh, nigga, before all that. Only thing is, everybody didn't have a camera on.
Black Planet? No, this wasn't even Black Planet time yet.
Nah, bro, it was.
Was in it?
It was then, but
definitely
like
before
nigga,
MySpace.
you had to do that shit on the desktop.
Yeah.
that was the difference.
But I'm trying to remember because back then, I'm dating myself again.
If your phone had a camera, that shit had 1 megapixel. That shit was
that didn't count.
Your refrigerator take better cameras and take better pictures than that. Your fucking Ring doorbell is.
But I was gonna say back then, Jay was still doing, album releases. He was doing album signings.
So to see him in there when it's just 3 of them, it wasn't like an entourage. It was Dame, Jay, and I guess I don't even call dude a bodyguard. It was just a regular looking dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was, like I said, it was them 3 and me and my best friend was in it. That's it. It was 5 people in the store.
Gotcha.
And that's when Distant Replay was in that store that was probably the size of this room.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Ratchet up here and over there.
That shit was no room in there. I'm not
close enough to whisper to him.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy.
That
Jay Whisper would have been well.
Not literally, but like
he's sitting out literally.
Like y'all was that close to each other.
And ball $40 to the mall.
Think about this. Think about this.
Go.
New Era wasn't even really out like that yet.
No, fitted hats was the thing.
But that's what I'm saying.
Snapbacks is trash, but like the fitted hats is super.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let me take that back.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep it moving then.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. That happened.
Still.
But then, think about that. That's how it is now. That was 20 years ago when they was doing them prices. So it was like, it wasn't regular. It was like, damn, it's 100.
Scam Lena.
Like a big time. Anyway, man. Shout out to Freakniks. I cannot wait to watch the shit on Thursday.
Oh, man. They got watch parties going on for that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Some people going to be embarrassed.
Apology tours.
Listen, it was a different time.
I don't even remember his. Sorry.
No, that's not me. That's not me. Ma, that's you.
That's your whole style right there.
My mom always had a T-shirt from Freaknik, and every time I asked her about it, she'll tell me my business, or she'll fade the question. Literally. She explained that T-shirt.
Oh, boy. I wish you had a time.
That's it.
She still got the same finger waves. That's you right there.
Yo, let's get to something else, man.
Nah, you don't want to know. Nah, that's
nah.
I don't want
She ain't gonna tell me.
I wouldn't want to know. All right, so take that story to the grave. I'm good. So, I'm gonna do this shit. G-Mod just got baptized. You know.
Documentary comes out Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
You watching?
Mm-hmm.
What if you see moms on there?
It is what it is.
I mean, ain't nothing you can do about it.
She wasn't the mom then.
Since before my time.
Was my mama then.
That might have been how she got to be your mom.
Hey, man. It was a time.
She was my mama then.
It was a time.
Understood.
I don't know that lady.
She by herself.
I don't know that lady.
That's somebody else.
Hey.
My mom's a different person. That's not. I don't know who that lady is.
Hey.
That's somebody else.
Next question.
It's coming. All right.
Wild.
Let's go, boss.
So you pick. This is your job. You drive.
I want you to notice something. Now watch how whatever I pick.
You gonna try.
I mean, like, nah, I want that.
I want that. and that be the shit. That be.
Drive the boat, but let me give you direction.
Yeah. No. I said right. No, not left.
Not that one. Not that one.
No, I don't care. Go left or right. I go left. No. You should do it right.
I'm not even paying attention right now. I'm not even paying attention. You know what I did want to mention real quick?
Go ahead, boss.
Speaking of Atlanta and just the way Atlanta parties, Rum Punch Brunch came back on Sunday.
It did.
Season 8 premiere, right?
Great day.
There's a piece from that party, one piece in particular going viral.
And they're on the roof?
Yeah. Nigga on the roof. So you saw it?
Unfortunately. Like,
light skins.
That shit, don't do that. Yeah, that shit going. I was like, I feel like fucking Samuel Jackson. Like, who is this nigga?
Yeah.
What's funny about it though, he wasn't gonna stop until the crowd gave him love. Like when he first was up there, everybody was looking at him like, good. He kept going. And it was like, oh, he kind of like
he started. He hit the move. He hit the drift, and the wild part is him getting up there because there was different clips that came from the footage. So the ones I was seeing at first was just him, and then bam, he's on top of the roof. Shit. Yeah, like that, and he's dancing and turning up. But then there's another scene, another version. Shout out to Drone Goat on Instagram. He caught the footage of him actually dancing with his people in the crowd to walking up, jumping over the barrier, the little stairs thing, talking to the DJs, hailing them up, and then getting up on top of the roof. Now, how he got on top of the roof is the ill part because he took one foot, because it's all brick on that part of the wall. He put his foot on the brick. So, you know, we all been kids. We don't try to climb brick before. It's very easy for your foot to slip down because there's not much of a ledge there.
Nice.
One shot. Boom, boom, boom.
He did the Bruce Lee.
Oh, yo.
Nice.
That might have been the most impressive part
That's
of it.
Rum Punch advertisement right there.
Listen, I meant to post that. Like, yo, this is the greatest. This is the greatest Rum Punch ad ever. And
nigga did it first.
And you know what it made me think of?
Well, Gatorade, get you some Rum Punch.
Gatorade who?
Right. So that part was so ill. It reminded me of Essence Fest 2005.
What a time.
What a time. It wasn't to that effect.
More war stories.
But Will knows because he messes with me about this all the time. This is when Lean Back was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Terror Squad, right?
It's probably 3 weeks old at that point. It's not that long.
So, yeah, it's very much comparative to when 50 Cent and all that dropped.
Yeah.
So, we in this part, not original. Yeah, the remix was like, it was like.
It wasn't out that long when he.
That's what you're trying to do again. I do. I know. That's what you're trying to do.
Every time I bring up hip hop,
here you go. There you go. But all right. So
don't do it, silly.
I'm not falling for this. I'm not, because I know what you're trying to do. So the whole point of it is we was in a day party in New Orleans, pitch black inside. This is before patios and on rooftops, and like rooftops was rare back then.
Rest in peace, Biz.
Rest in peace, Biz Marquis, because Biz was DJing.
He was.
Right. I'm feeling the vibe. Lean Back come on. And I started doing the dance. And I'm looking around. Ain't enough people doing the dance.
Chilena.
No, this is in New Orleans.
Oh.
This is Essence Fest.
Okay.
I look around and I see a wall of speakers.
This is the first thought this nigga has.
So imagine these records are a wall of speakers.
Uh-huh.
This is back when speakers were fucking giant.
It's not like that. Power joining on that.
The size of that door.
I turn and pivot and go towards the speakers and start climbing to the speakers.
So, you know, I'm in there. I'm already sourced. I'm in the dance. It's like a knock.
So when I saw the Rum Punch footage, I was like,
I've been there.
Life is worth living.
So no, I understand.
I climbed so he could climb higher.
I'm sitting there, rest in peace. Yeah. Rest in peace, Gum. Because I'm standing, I'm like this. Shit, man.
It was amazing.
What a time.
Even when security came over there.
Who's man's?
Yeah. So, shit, shout out to Rum Punch Brunch. Shout out Essence Fest. Rest in peace, DJ Gum. We love you. Rest in peace, Biz Marquis. But anyway, all of that just came to mind. Rum Punch Brunch is back each and every Sunday, but they say don't ever do that again, bro. They said that in the comments. But anyway.
And they showed up. They could have threw us out there.
Yeah, big time.
Like, nah, that's cool.
Nah, we couldn't.
Nobody hurt.
We good. All right, let's get back to it.
It's black culture now.
Don't do that. I mean, Rock, go ahead.
See what happens? Mm-hmm. See what he did?
Guess what his most interesting thing of the week was?
What?
Jet signing a damn lineman.
He don't want to talk about the offseason.
Oh, we haven't talked about it yet.
He doesn't want to.
I'm sick more than myself.
Yeah, let's just leave it alone.
Because now we got to watch him twice a year.
Yeah, we'll just leave it alone.
Look at Core's face.
For the overtime.
We have to bring back OT for that.
OT for that one. I have no
because I'm really, jeez.
All right, let's get into let's do this. The black culture.
Let's do it.
And give me the background. I don't know.
Okay, so Earn Your Leisure. We're talking to
my bad, I laid it in wrong. So a question was: Is black culture dead? Right, and it's passed around, but Knox actually gave the idea for it, and the full floor is yours.
Yeah, I stole a little bit from Earn Your Leisure. That's why I mentioned them, because the original conversation came up, and they were interviewing Kenny Burns, big homie Kenny Burns. So, and they were saying, "Is black culture dead?" And Kenny goes on to give his reasoning as to where black culture stands currently in his eyes, what we need to change, what we need to work on. But the actual question, I thought, would spark interesting debate of what we think as people, as part of the culture. Do we think black culture is dead? So I wanted to have the conversation because they had a vote on their post, And the vote was split. It was like 51%, yes, it's dead, 49%, no, it's not dead. Or vice versa. I may be flip-flopping them at the time that I looked at it. So I wanted to talk to y'all, get your opinions on it. Is black culture dead?
All right, I got caveats I need to ask. What
Jeez.
what does that mean?
Right. What was their explanation for saying that?
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, what do we?
What's their reasoning for saying that?
I don't even know if it's just reasoning. Like, what do we? Is what our remembrance of our history, knowing where we came from? Is
Bring it up. Fast forward. But let me. Okay, I'll frame it a little bit better.
Making black culture is dead.
Africa asked me the same things. Like she said, "What do you define as black culture?" So let's start there.
Okay.
What do you each of y'all when somebody says black culture?
Media, entertainment.
Okay.
Sports,
fried chicken,
nigga,
malt liquor.
Oh, good Lord.
Go ahead, Court.
Watermelon.
I mean,
if you he's still stuck in 90s and
all as far as just everything that you include as far as all industries is we have our own culture for that.
Okay.
When it comes to family dynamic, our foods, it's a culture. It's something that we all do in commonality in some kind of way.
Okay.
You know, whether it be the swag, fashion, our neighborhoods, how we come up, how we raise how we being raised, and you know what we consider hip, cool, whatever. We create that within our culture.
Yeah. I was going to piggyback off what Court was saying. That was going to be my point. I'm joking about the fried chicken. That shit is delicious. Who kidding? But
and watermelon.
Yeah, and watermelon for that. But for real, and I always say this about black culture. To me, like when I look at it, and we just fucking make everything so fucking amazing. Like we the sauce.
Yep.
Right.
Like and so my first thought when you said black culture is like the sauce. Like whatever it is, whatever it is, like you give us fucking cow ass, we gonna make oxtails fucking the price run up. So I'm saying like we're just so good at like taking whatever's for us.
I think he was offended as Jamaican.
No disrespect.
Nah, that's not what I was
like. We fucking Mr. Like give us lemons, we gonna make lemonade. Like we just make shit.
It's a reason.
Like everything y'all fucking try to throw out or whatever y'all think is yours, like that shit came from us. Like anything that's cool, hip, you want, like we inspire that shit. We are fashion, like we are fucking like music. We like all of that shit is ours.
Yeah.
So let's drill down a little bit because I see where you're going, and you're right. Both of y'all are right. Penny Burns took the point of view of current music, entertainment, even a bigger realm of it. Go ahead, B. What you gonna say?
Well, I guess kind of probably to your point. So like, I'm gonna take the opposite and giving more context. For those who said it was dead, what were their reasons?
This is a poll.
So it was just a poll. So
yes or no? You got to vote one or the other.
Yeah.
Did anybody say no on the thing?
This is a clip, so you know it ain't showing.
Oh, it's just a clip. Okay.
Kenny's answer, a response, not answer.
Made into a question.
Made into a question. That's what happened.
Did he say yes or no?
No. The question came after what he responded. Their question was, "Is black culture dead?" And Kenny was talking about what he talks about. Basically, what he was saying was, it needs to get better from where it is now. Okay. He's like, "What happened? How did we get here?" You know what I'm saying? We accepted this and different things. You know, different examples that he was given, and they built the question from that. You see what I'm saying?
So okay. So with that,
the poll from that, I should say.
Yeah. So with that, what he's saying, it sounded like he didn't quite answer the question. He just didn't like where black culture is. Regardless, it's not dead.
Right.
In agreement of what Court and Will are saying, you know, I'm all for it in the sense of like, yeah, our culture is in everything. Like it's kind of like, you know, they never thought hip hop would cross over, and now hip hop is pop considered pop culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And drop the pop is just culture.
Okay. So wait, no, let's stay a little bit more nuanced a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Because in regards to where we are, like you said, you guys gave great examples of what the culture means. But as far as quality and what is represented from black culture in the media, like you spoke about, what do you think about where it is now? Because it reminds me, let me pivot real quick. It reminds me of when Nas said hip hop is dead, and it was a big uproar from all these different artists because they were like, yo, how you shitting on us? And Nas was saying his version of hip hop is dead. I think it's similar to this type of question of saying, is black culture dead?
Black culture can't die.
Okay.
It's as long as black people's here, we're going to create.
Yeah.
Like Will said, like you give us anything and we'll find a way to monetize it, to maximize it, and to make it something.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's like it's a lot that's still being created to this day. Even with like we want to just use for an example, TikTok. Half them TikTok dances come from Black culture.
Yeah, probably more than half.
You got Asians and you got people all across different countries, continents that's doing dances from Black culture to this day that's being created currently. You get what I'm saying? So Black culture is not dead.
Let's go
Far from
even further than that. Take it back to, we'll say y'all aren't that much older than me. So like when we were coming up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like back when I was in high school,
Mhm.
how many Black billionaires were there?
What years we talking?
I mean, so what was I? 02? 98 to 02?
We had a few. Bob Johnson, Oprah.
We had literally a few though.
We had a few.
Yeah.
We just
That
had
we
a
knew
handful.
about. I'll put it that way. That we knew about.
That we even knew about.
Yeah.
But generally speaking,
wasn't really no athletes in there.
Not yet. Not yet.
Back when when I was in high school, y'all were in college. The thought of a Black president was still unheard of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The thoughts of a Black president was still unheard of.
That's true.
Like that, just at all. We thought we would not see that in our lifetime.
Right.
We've seen a lot of shit in our lifetime
That we did, that we're responsible for?
that we're responsible for, that we've done, just period, that we and therefore led the culture, you know, and shifted the culture just in think about like first several hip hop billionaires. You know, first Black president. What else do we have? Like, I mean,
billionaire athletes.
Yeah, billionaire athletes. Like, we've had a lot of stuff, and we've made billionaire businessmen that have made, you know, business, you know, that have helped merge corporate and creative and make shit cool in the first place.
Okay, so last part I really agree, but I just want to interject because when we talk about culture, I don't think money should be a part of culture. I understand it's a byproduct and there's a lot of benefits to it. But when we're talking about culture and what comes from us, I think money should be secondary or tertiary on the list of how we measure it.
I'm gonna use that tertiary.
Now, do I feel like Black culture is being exploited?
It's definitely tertiary.
You said tertiary. I was like, okay. He's being Nori right now. He's making his own words. I like that. Tertiary. Okay. Nori, don't take that. Nori, don't take that if you listen.
Black culture is definitely being exploited. Like I feel like it's being exposed in a way that is showing the ugly of it. But you can find the ugly in all cultures, but the mainstream particularly is what's making, I feel like, that narrative come up as if Black culture is dead, because now we're only seeing the negative aspect of things, but really and truly, like, that's still all part of the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You watch a lot of Fox News.
I try not to, because we already know what that is.
So to go back to your point of like not having money, like, you know, as a factor,
right?
I wasn't necessarily making it as a factor. At the same time, to give even more context, look at what all these billionaire athletes, you know, hip hop billionaires like a Jay-Z, Dre, and all of them, and how they do business. It's like, you know, business used to be real button up, stiff, all of that kind of shit. Look at even the uniform in business now.
Yeah,
like, you ain't got to wear a full. Yeah, it's way more relaxed. You ain't got to wear a full fucking suit. Russell Simmons, you know, is, you know, regardless of what his personal wearing sneakers and the t-shirt with a blazer over it. He did that. That was him that did that first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like making the shit cool and being unapologetically yourself.
Yeah.
Personality wise and all of that. Like, they made that shit cool. You know what I'm saying? We made that shit cool.
You sit on a podcast knowing podcast was created or stemmed from Black culture. If I'm not mistaken, radio to now. So what it's expanded to.
I always equate
Joe Budden drove
your top podcast is ran by what? Black culture. Other than Joe Rogan's.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some monsters.
Killers out there.
What we talking about is as far as things that it stemmed from, things that have been created from it. Even the show Earn Your Leisure created from Black culture.
Yeah, my first thought when I looked at podcasts is it's the barbershop.
Come on.
Like it's the conversations my father and his friends used to have when you walk up to him and be like, all right, this is where I just shut up and just try to like soaking the old shit they talking about. You know what I mean? Like that's what I hear when I look at certain podcasts. When I rewatch this one, like that's what it feels like to me. Is like, damn, okay, yeah. Let me put something in the tool belt also.
I know what y'all are saying. I know what y'all are saying, but
then give me the example now of culture.
No. Before you go there, I just wanted to talk about the podcast thing because when you look at the top podcasts across the world,
I already know
you got to scroll far down and start seeing black people.
Joe's just the biggest one in hip hop.
Well, that's what I was going to say. According to Courtney, like I said, I understand when it comes to us and what we influence, but podcast world, we're still behind. But I don't want to pivot and go into that conversation. What I want us to focus on,
it's still things being created. As long as it's things progressing within black culture, I can't call it dead. I can't say it's dead.
Okay,
things are still
that's overall takeaway from it.
Things are still evolving. Things are still being created.
Yeah.
So that being said, it's kind of like that's invalid.
So
that's me.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Not so.
I was gonna just double down and so we can close out on this part.
Up? Yes, it needs to be cleaned up.
That's where I was going next. But like, what do you think of the current state?
I think it is cleaned up. I think it's just not being shown. I think it's not being shown. At the end of the day, okay.
We have all the media. We have access to everything.
Yeah, but we're talking about mainstream.
No, we're talking about black culture.
Mainstream is what's pushing the bad narrative.
I'm talking about if the poll that I used said 51% of the people said black culture is dead. That's not mainstream.
No,
that's a great.
I'm talking about the imagery, the representation, the news, the things that's being exploited, the things that's being
question I'm
in
asking,
our faces.
I understand what you're saying. The question I'm asking in this particular niche is saying to us in our own community, in our own culture, we have, and it was about 1,900 votes, right? So it's not like it was 10,000 or 20,000. But the point of it is, half of the people said black culture was dead.
And I'm telling you the reason why.
Is
because of what's being exploited, what's being put in our faces, what's being what instead of the things that we should be seeing, we have to search for it. The things that we should be invited to or exposed to, we have to go and actually be involved in these rooms. We have to be around the right people. We have to be around the right sites, things of that nature. So that being said, the mainstream, the head of whatever trickles down to what's being pushed.
The algorithm is not pushing that necessarily.
It's an agenda, and we all know the agenda. So it's for us to kind of look deeper into things and look beside things.
Well said.
Yeah, like you already know the algorithm is don't want to show you.
There's a lot of positives that's going on in black culture. A lot. If you go to you Notch, you big on following the right pages. If you go on ATL Scoop and you try to analyze black culture from there, I guarantee you'll be totally different from when you go to Welcome to the Culture. Or you go to Black Empowerment page.
Yeah.
So it's all about
Black Information Network.
Yeah. It's all about what we're being exposed to.
Yeah.
Interesting. You was gonna say something?
No, I was like, that's definitely what's gonna get pushed.
You're going to news right now and see 17 murders of black kids, black people.
Yeah.
But you won't know that 60 black people just got accepted into the doctor residency programs.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That's
so it's all about what we choose to accept. Like it's a page that me and this guy, he's a what's the word for it? He's woke. You get what I'm saying? He's one of those people, and he kind of just, he taps in with the people that wants to be on that level of thinking. We go back and forth, and he was saying like he was defending Candace Owens, and he was basically saying that she's just one of the black people that chooses not to accept what they tell us or they show what is black. Yeah. Like as far as the ignorance and everything with Sexy Red, like we don't have to accept that as a black person, but because it's being pushed to us.
Yeah,
you don't have to accept single parent homes, things of that nature, but sometimes black people accept all these things and normalize these things because that's what we're exposed to, that's what we live amongst. You get what I'm saying? So we get to a point where it's like black people that don't accept it or feel some type of way about it or speak against it, we look at them like, nigga, who the fuck you think you is? Nah, I'm just like you, but I just choose not to accept that.
Yeah,
I don't want that to be my representation of what black culture is. Y'all can take that, but not me. I want better.
That's facts.
And there is better.
Yeah.
So for people that's voting, that's saying black culture is dead, I would say, look a little deeper. Don't give them, don't take what they showing you as black culture. Go look out and go find out what's really going on in black culture.
Yeah,
there's a lot more.
I think that's where they were talking about. Well, I'm assuming a lot right now, but I'm thinking where they're voting from is what they see on the surface on the day-to-day. Those same popular
They showed you
sites.
everything that was going on in white culture, the pedophilia,
No.
all type of nonsense. I'm not trying to go there, but I'm just saying.
We can stay focused on us, though. That's
you
my
don't see
point.
all that.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, staying focused on us, it's about, like you said, choosing what we want to focus on, what we want to highlight. And those same theme pages, because that's what they are, theme pages. I'm not even going to quote, we know them, right? They get so much attention and become so much of the conversation. I think that's where it comes from that says Black culture is dead. This is why they say that, and I don't agree with a lot of certain artists' music and how popular it's become, but there's reasoning behind it's the reason why it's become so popular. I'm the main one not wanting to play a lot of that music, but I also understand why the people who are requesting it.
Because those people accept that that's their culture. That's the culture. That's what it is.
It's not like
it's deeper than that.
Yeah, it's aimed at you.
Yeah,
like it's not like I guarantee you, bro. I could sit next to somebody who that I work with who they listen to rap, but they don't listen to that. They're not that like. That algorithm is not. We could get brand new phones and pick them up, and as soon as I put my name in there versus his, like the shit that pop up on his and the shit they try to offer to him, it ain't the same shit they trying to feed me. Come on, you know what I mean? And like that's why I said the shit is aimed at us. It's not coincidence. Like none of this shit is coincidence. It's aimed at you. Like so, if we are not careful and we not learning how to navigate or process through a lot of the shit that they trying to feed you, like. That's why people feel like this coach is done, it's over, there ain't no more.
Yeah.
Like that don't mean they can't come back. Ain't nothing dead to me. You know what I mean? But I get they may be trying to kill it. I was like, but it ain't dead.
We hold a responsibility too as a people, man. Like at the end of the day, they gonna push what they push, but we still got the power to make and create what we want as to be cool or to be what we consider popular.
What we focus.
Because one thing about it, you look at the movies, like all the shows, all the gangster movies, all the shows about drug dealers and all that. Those are the top shows within the hip hop culture. But when they show a movie about Marcus, I don't even make a movie about Marcus, but
Bob Marley movie, for
Malcolm X, or somebody or documentary or whatever the case. Nobody taps into that. Yeah. Nobody makes that popular. We put that to the side. There's only a certain select few of Black people that tap into that type of stuff. So that being said, it's like, yo, we hold a responsibility to push what we feel like it should stick. They're gonna throw it all at the wall.
That's a fact. I don't think it's fair to say no one amongst us highlights it or focuses on that.
I ain't said that. I said that
to a certain extent. I'm paraphrasing.
I said it's a select few that taps into it, and it is.
Yeah. Okay,
it is.
You did. It's paraphrase.
It's niggas and Negroes. I'm just keeping it straight.
Go ahead.
You got Black people, you got niggas, and there's a distinction between the two. And I'm keeping it straight.
I mean, some people that agree with that.
A lot of people that actually, yes.
It is.
I'm not saying I do, but
it's a distinction.
I concur.
There's certain ways that Black people carry themselves and certain ways that niggas carry themselves.
And
there's a lot of Black people that don't agree with what niggas do.
Because niggas gonna nig. That's what it is.
How did you get here?
Wow.
When did you become a Fox News affiliate? This is what I want to know.
Fox better not drop as many MPs.
I'm sorry.
They better highlight us. Look at them. Anyway.
Will, when you in a public place and you see 6 kids walk in with shiesties on,
I'll be praying for them.
I'm like,
I ain't gonna go there, but all right.
I'll be praying for them.
That's the distinction.
Because in my mind, I'll be like, all right.
Is that what y'all think?
My first thought is I'll be praying for them. And my thought is because, all right, so because I'm from a different era than those young men might be from.
Yeah.
My era, if I see somebody with a mask on, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. In a public place, my first thought,
public in the building,
from my upbringing and where I grew up at, is you mean me harm.
Yeah.
My very first thought is you mean me harm. And you could call that I'm shell shocked. I'm whatever the hell you want. I got PTSD.
So if it's snowing outside, you still feel the same.
That's different.
I'm saying.
No, I'm saying that's different.
I just know niggas gonna nig.
Yeah, I'm saying if it's November 29th
and it's minus fucking 19 degrees.
If it's 30 degrees, my face is cold.
Cool.
I'm still shook.
That's okay.
I'm still watching the exit.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that no matter what. But my thought is different. We used to always say in the summertime, whenever there was cats in the hood that used to wear winter coats in the summertime, You know what time it is.
Yeah, it's different.
They got a wild hammer on them.
Yeah.
But
Like, and the popularity of shiesties, that's a newer thing. So in my time, if you had a mask on, period, nigga,
so how fair is it? How fair is it to make that comparison when we know it's different times? We know
how
that's
fair is
more
it?
of a.
And which is why I said to me, it is my PTSD.
Right.
It is how I was brought up, my upbringing.
I missed that.
That's how I grew up. So when I see somebody with a mask on, my very first thought is, you mean harm to me.
And I can relate to that in the way of one, being born and raised here, I'm not used to seeing that. You know, I'm not used to seeing anybody wearing a ski mask like that, for real. I think I've seen it like once or twice when I went up to New York for like that week. You know what I'm saying? That and to DC. Actually, I think I've probably seen it a couple of times because I went to a Million Man March as well too. So, and it was cold as hell that day. So that being said, there's that. I'm not used to seeing it. The last thing was I did have an episode or incident in the sense where, you know, this was back in 2006. I was living in Dunwoody. I pulled up to this BP late at night or whatever, and that shit was getting stuck up. And the dude had a mask on. And I didn't notice it till I pulled up to the joint. I pulled up to the door to go into the store, actually. And I see it, and homeboy got a gun. And I see the joint, and I'm already out my car. And all I can do, and I felt just like Ricky and Boys in the Hood.
Take off.
I turn around and I hear it, and I'm just like, I hope I don't get that gunshot. I hope I don't hear that sound or feel that, none of that. Never been shot. And fortunately, homeboy just let me go. And I ran all the way across the street to Kroger. I made it all the way over there. Surprisingly. But yeah.
Did he shoot anybody else?
No, I ain't hear no shots.
Sure wasn't no fine.
So I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I ran for my life. But at the same time, you know, to Will's point, that is something that I'm like, yeah, that's my PTSD kicking in. If I see that shit at all, you know, the first thing, it's going to catch me off guard no matter where I'm at, no matter what season it is, any of that.
Same height and build is not.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
The good dude with the mask and the gun, same height and build is not.
Stupid.
Per se.
So here's got a question though. For example, just randomly, do you think it would be a good idea if there was a law saying I can prosecute you as a police officer? It's up to me to say, oh, his apparel, his hoodie, wait, let me finish. Is causing people fear because of their PTSD. Because I got a hoodie on, or because I got a shiesty on, or whatever it is. Do you think it's fair or accurate or appropriate for that to take place?
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
And that's the complexities of humans, right? Because at the same time, we've already dealt with the other side of that, where it was the Trayvon Martin situation. So I can't say, you know, at the same time, I'm still a human,
right?
But I see all facets of that. I see it's a double-edged sword. You know, it is what it is. We've seen Trayvon Martin. We don't like that shit. You know, that was prejudice as a motherfucker. At the same time, we could sit here, you know, I've had a direct incident where I fear for my life because of that, because of the negative stereotypes that comes with, you know, wearing a ski mask.
As much as I see it, and I don't necessarily love it. Like I would never say let's change a law to make anybody that's got a hoodie or a mask something like that on, put them in jail. I'm not doing that. Like I said, I do recognize that it is my life experiences that I've been through that make me look at it that way. You know what I mean? Like I recognize that. Hey, maybe it is my PTSD. Right. Maybe it's from niggas trying to rob me and living in shitty neighborhoods and being around shit like that. Like, or knowing cats that was stick up kids and he'd be like this. Oh, I'll be right back. I mean, we just outside talking. Oh, I'll be right back, Will. And go get a jukes. Like, you know what I mean? Like I seen it. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe in my mind it's like, damn, that's crazy. Like that's my very first thought, but that's what I equate it to. But no, I would never think they should change the law to that, because I also grew up in the era of stop and frisk, and I thought that was some bullshit. You know what I mean? Where you could just stop somebody for no reason, like, oh, get on the fence. You know what I mean? Like, let me search you. You got any drugs? Like, what the fuck you talking about, my nigga? Like, I got a book bag on, so I'm going to school.
And and
I don't keep my drugs in there.
I feel like a lot of times I spend a lot of time, especially in public places, and and when I interact with certain types of people, I have to spend more time defending the fact that I'm not a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm just keeping it straight. Like, I have to defend the stereotypes of a nigga. All these things. It's like it shouldn't be like that, but that's how it is because what
And I
people
can
describe a black person sometimes a lot of times they be a nigga.
right.
And then that's not what a black. There's some people, black people out here who went to school, who never got in trouble, who got a good family, or things of that nature. And I'm trying to tell you the distinction between the black person and the nigga. And I'm telling you, it's black people out here that feel that way. Real
I'm
talk.
not saying that they don't. I'm just saying how it sounds to them in that certain demographic or sub niche of our population.
A lot of black people have to suffer because of the actions of niggas being niggas. Straight up.
Two things. I hear what you're saying.
It's not right. And I feel like the niggas should tighten up because it's making the black people as a whole look bad.
I didn't know you was Republican. I really didn't.
Wow. Honest, bro. And I come from that.
Let me tell you what.
I've been a product and I've been the product.
Give me 35 seconds. The reason why I'm bringing all of this up is because Washington, D.C., DMV area just passed a bill saying that if someone calls the police saying, I am in fear, not of my life, I'm just in fear of this person wearing a ski mask, a hoodie, and other apparel, they are subject to prosecution.
Yep.
It's all depending on what the police officer feels at that time. Now, by your own example, if our own people are saying, yo, I don't feel comfortable, I'm in fear, how do you think that is magnified to what extent by people of other races who are already all of the Karens out there?
It's an internal problem that's being judged from the outside in.
So are you talking about yourself or are you talking about them?
I'm talking about us.
So what about them though?
We got to check each other.
So yeah, I understand that part. I get that. I understand. And I'm not doubting that. I agree with that. But with
I'm not mad at them for passing that law.
Really?
No. Wow. Because we caused it.
You have a hoodie on right now, bro.
We caused it, bro.
You have a hoodie on right now.
We caused it. It's grandmothers. It's old people out here getting robbed.
That's a fact. So you're going. No. Time out. You're walking down the block. You're walking to the parking lot, and somebody of another race looks at you and said, "I'm in fear." You ain't even do nothing. You said good evening. They're still in fear. You get stopped by the police now because they said, "Hey," and the police officer agrees with them. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm mad at you niggas for being niggas, for making them feel like
hold on.
Hold on. Been a nigga.
Hold on, bro.
If we constantly, me and my guys constantly steal from the same store all the freaking time. How many times we jugging from this store, and then a random black person come in there and he gets profiled for about to steal? It's because of us. We're the problem.
How many?
No. Feeling like that? The clerk?
Hold on.
I'm not talking about the clerk.
Hold on.
No, what I'm saying is the clerk decided to make a rule.
Changing your. I give you the
same thing.
It's not the same thing.
All right.
Hold on.
We caused them the reason to have fear and people walking around with shiesties and hoodies on.
I don't believe that at all. Hold on. So court. So court.
I'm gonna tell you why. Go ahead.
Hold on. Court. So what you, I guess the holes in what you're talking about dates back even before any of us were born, because we can date back to Emmett Till, and my man didn't do anything wrong. Homegirl literally just passed within the last year or so, and the chick who lied on homeboy for whistling at her, so-called whistling at her, then admitted she lied, never got prosecuted or whatever. Wait, I mean, completely innocent.
I'm gonna jump in
majority.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in with court for just on this part. I think while that's not the whole reason that they fear us, I can't say that's 0% and is irrelevant. I can't say that. Like mine, because I can look at my own PTSD. My shit is from my experiences, like from shit I've seen, like. That's why that's what my fear when I see it is, like, oh shit, I know what that means.
Yeah,
I agree with
no, sir.
No, hold on.
You cannot agree.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm gonna tell you why too. But the fact that you don't get it, maybe you're not listening to it.
No.
But you can't look at the experience of somebody and think that just means nothing.
I didn't say that at all.
Right.
You're shooting down the idea of like that having any contributing factor.
No. Let me clarify. Because Will, I agree with you that your experiences like my experiences, right? You know what I'm saying? So based off of our experiences that we personally had individually, like those are the reasons why we feel what we feel. At the same time, I don't think that, we're 100% to blame or whatever. I think it's people that have taken the damn ski mask itself because that ain't just black folks. That's white folks. That's period.
We'll do it in majority though, bro. Let's keep it.
You know, the ski mask is, you know, it is what it is.
See, we can't do what we do.
It's not just the ski mask.
When we get blamed for the shit, we look at it like, oh no, chill. We did it. No, bro, we doing that.
No,
we do. If you see a white man walking around Chuck E. Cheese with no child, what you expect? Damn, funny nigga. Yeah, he might be, because why? Because we see from that
my first thought is child molester.
So you're comparing a white man.
Telling you what.
Listen, I'm just saying.
It's a cause and effect.
No, I understand that. So you're comparing a white man with Chuck E. Cheese with no kids to a black man looking like you and us.
No, what I'm comparing is what certain things after a pattern gets created.
Yeah,
it's a certain stereotype that comes with it, and and the blame goes to the people that created that pattern.
So
what I'm saying, the white man in Chuck E. Cheese walking around with no child, for you to suspect that he a child molester because we have that same build, that same type, be child molesters in those same settings. That's why they created that.
Court.
I was gonna say, man, right. What the more comparable one to me is when I see like white men with like ARs on their back and they walking around like this just because it's legal to carry this AR, I can carry this gun on my back.
Mm-hmm.
And my very first thought is, you mean me harm.
Yeah.
The same thought that I said when I see somebody with a mask on is the same thought I see when I see him, like, shit, you mean me harm. Yeah. Because I know the history of white men with these assault rifles.
Right.
Yeah. I just know it. You know what I mean? Like, so my very same thought, same level of fear, same level of, I need to be on my P's and Q's and I need to defend myself no matter where this shit go right now.
Self-preservation.
You know what I mean? Like that off the rip is my very first thought. So those thoughts of mine came from the history, came from my experiences, came from all the shit that over the centuries have been done to my people. You know what I mean? My family members, stories from my grandfather, from my father, like stuff I've lived through. You know what I mean? Like all of that stuff. The very first thought is, all right, preservation. Like you said, like I need to be ready for this.
Mm-hmm. It's a problem.
Wait, time out. Hold on. Because I want to respond to that.
Yeah.
In that same case, if that law was happening in Georgia and you saw a white man with an AR-15, would you call the police?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna fucking grab mine. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna defend myself. That's
But he's not doing anything. He's just walking around.
That's why I said my thought was, my first thing I thought is, when my P's and Q's, I feel like he means me harm. Like, so
I mean, he's gonna be on point.
But my shit going, my senses are already fucking heightened, but my shit gonna be on 1,000,000 at that point. Like, all right, if he fucking flinch and try to swing that shit around,
the average scary civilian will do it. Will's not an average scary civilian.
I don't know. He's kind of shaky right now. I don't know.
That's a fact. I want to move to Peaceville, fucking USA. That's where I want to live at.
It's a problem that the 60-year-old woman is scared to go to her own store in her neighborhood. That's not the white people problem. To make it, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say it. Just because it's a 6-year-old woman, if it was a black woman, would they do it? Or is a white woman that's doing it because you're black? That's the problem. We keep on.
I got another one.
That's what I'm saying. All right, look, let me make my point real quick. If a 60-year-old woman goes into a store in her own neighborhood,
she's going to Walmart.
And there's old people that's constantly getting robbed at that store in their own neighborhood, and the white man decides to make a law saying, oh, anybody that comes in that store with a shiesty mask or anything like that, to protect them, I'm not going to get mad at the white man. I'm going to get mad at the people.
For wearing a mask?
No, for causing them to make the law to protect the old people because they can't go to their own store in their neighborhood, bro.
No.
And we the reason that because
I'm not
ain't no white man robbing the old lady at the store in the neighborhood.
That's a lie.
Hey, all right.
That's a lie.
That's a nigga doing it.
That's a lie.
All right.
That's a lie. Listen,
man, I'm from the hood. You ain't never seen too many white people robbing old black people.
Because you're recognizing it from the hood. You trying to say white people don't rob their own white people?
Well, I'm not saying that don't happen. I'm not saying white on black crime don't happen. But black on black crime happen more than white on black crime.
No,
in a black neighborhood.
No, in a black neighborhood.
That's what I'm talking about.
But that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about across the board, them using this law to target us, to say, yo, I feel fear.
We're not
because
being
what they
targeted. We're causing this shit.
Oh, shit.
And I'm keeping up. But
listen, let's put it this way.
We wildin'.
Let's put it this way.
As a people, we wildin'.
Let's put it this way. You can say it's
getting out of hand. There's no street ethics and nothing going on right now. There's no respect amongst our people at all.
Bro, this is your pride. So now you're talking about your black culture. It's dead now. Because you killing the culture.
That's not the other part of culture. I don't consider that black culture.
How is it not?
Black people doing foul shit is not considered black culture. Just like
how do you separate the two?
The boy that stabbed the girl in Brooklyn. The girl that stabbed the boy that stabbed the girl in Brooklyn. It was my man Cloud TV that made what's that show? Money and Violence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He got on there and he was like, yo, as a people, we gotta find this man because one thing about it, we can you can be in the streets, but it's certain street shit that we should not accept. as a people. It's
That's
certain
what's
shit
fair.
that goes on that we should not be okay with.
Because you don't
And that's what I'm
understand.
talking about.
But that's what you're talking about. The way you're making it sound, you're making a blanket statement, and you're
Niggas
covering
doing
all of
shit
this, bro.
outside of what the norm is for our people, man, and it's causing as a whole for us to suffer from it.
But the way
that's
you're,
my point I'm making. I'm not wrong.
No, I understand your point. I understand your point. But the way you're dictating it and stating it, you're making it sound like it's a whole of all
I'm
black
putting
people.
the blame on our people. That's
what
what I'm saying.
You're proving my point again. That's like you getting once again.
It's a very blanket statement.
Until it gets in your face, I think you're gonna keep believing that. Until it hits you with somebody you affect, I think you're gonna keep on believing.
How? What?
And meaning
I done been racially profiled.
My point is this. I understand that. I'm
being
saying,
a nigga.
Let me finish the point. You're not doing anything. You're going home tonight, and your next door neighbor is white. She doesn't recognize you. You got on a black hoodie. She's now in fear. Is that fair? She's never been robbed. She's never been assaulted. Is that fair for her to call the police on you and the police to come question you because you're walking home?
Some people are scary like that. That's how it is.
But it shouldn't be a law.
But she not. But the reason she's scared is because of us.
So now you're justifying what her feelings are.
I'm just keeping it straight.
I'm just keeping it straight. That's not just to me.
She is coming from somewhere.
That means they can point
it coming from somewhere. She wrong for calling doing the most because at the end of the day, you can't sit there and take every person and try to apply that to everybody. That's a human error right there.
That's what I want to say.
That's a human error. That's not a race
human error.
That's a human error. But one thing about it, feeling that type of way it stems from the actions of us.
That part I can't.
Yeah,
say.
I won't. Again, I won't say 100% of it stems from the action of us. I will say I can get some of the portion. I could accept a piece of that, but I don't think that's not at all the whole thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think it's just
70-30.
70-30 is a wild number.
That is ridiculous.
It's a wild number.
I think the people around that you're talking about it is wild, but I don't think that's all.
I ain't gonna lie. Culture dead because we wilding.
Nah, bro.
Nah,
don't say that. Some of your argument.
You done changed your whole stance on black culture just from these examples.
I didn't change my stance. You just hold us accountable. That's all.
How is that accountable? You just gave the examples of that.
I don't think those laws.
When your man wilding out, you don't tell him he dead wrong.
Yeah,
but you still love him.
Yeah, but I don't think that. I don't think necessarily that law is a way to hold us accountable. I think do we need more like do we need more like us to hold each other accountable? Absolutely. I don't think that could be denied, and I think all of us would agree with that. We need more of us to hold each other accountable.
Absolutely.
I was like, yeah, that fucking law can't be one of those things, but but definitely we need more of that.
I think it goes into effect. I'm sorry. I think it goes into effect 2025, but it was voted on and it passed.
This was a few months ago. Yeah,
maybe a month ago, somewhere around there. But
it was recent. But
the whole point of it is, I can see it going from the DC DMV area to other primarily black cities. Is my point, and that's. Well, I mean, it's already fucked up that it's going on in DC, number one. But
do you think
let me finish. Yeah. It's not an accurate representation for us as a people, like Court is talking about, to say, hey, I'm in fear because you have on a certain article of clothing.
That's stupid.
But that's what the whole bill is.
Do you view that? Do you view that as a law? Do you view that just as a law against black people?
Without a doubt. This is another version of racial profiling. This is another example of frisking what?
Stop and frisk.
There it is. That's what I think this is. This is another example of this. This is a new level of it. This is a response to black people saying, "Oh, this Karen is attacking me," and us humiliating them and causing them to be responsible for their actions. I think this is definitely a portion of that in this as well.
It's to your point, and I know this is kind of related, not even kind of, it's related. And what just happened? I think it was Louisiana that just happened.
Use Louisiana example.
Come on, Louis. We're in Georgia.
Yeah.
The not needing a license to carry.
Yeah.
Is a open.
Keep going.
So all of that, and they just in Louisiana. They just passed a law within the past week where 18-year-olds can sit here and, don't need a license to carry.
Terrible situation.
Yeah.
They ain't even got to get a gun permit. They can go get a gun the moment they turn 18.
No, I get it.
And they don't have to have a license to carry at all.
Gun laws in this country are so out of control. That's a whole other fucking show.
Louisiana is another country. Like they say, Atlanta's not a real place. Louisiana as a whole is not a real place outside of New Orleans.
Yeah.
Even New Orleans is bad.
Yeah.
Another
They just talking
example.
about bourbon.
Remember we was talking.
The rest of that shit.
Once upon a time, New Orleans was murder capital in the country.
It's probably top 3 still. Excuse me,
That shit
unfortunately.
wrong.
But
I remember when we
Stay
had
on
that
Bourbon
conversation
Street,
about the kids at the Atlantic Station in the shooting,
yes,
and we was talking about how what law or should it be a good idea for them
the
to implement a
curfew and all
curfew.
that. Yeah,
The first thing you pitched or went against for it, not you saying, what about the kid that goes to basketball practice?
yep, I did.
And can't get home. That's the normal black kid.
Yeah,
They made that rule, or they wanted to implement a curfew because of what those kids acting like niggas. And the normal black kid is suffering from it. So that's the point I'm making when I was saying as far as the distinction.
yeah.
A lot of black people are suffering from nigga shit. And case scenario. If this particular block, right? Every time somebody comes down this block, somebody getting robbed on this block consistently. If a lady walks down the block and you just walking with your sandwich in your hand, she clutch her purse. Yeah, you tripping, but I know exactly why you clutched your purse.
It's not my fault. Your PTSD is not my issue.
The fault
is not my issue.
Is the niggas on this block.
But that doesn't. At this point, she's associating that with me.
Now
she's associating that with me in that moment. That's the part. That's the problem. And I did nothing. All I'm doing is walking down the block. I'm walking down the block.
You're making my point correct.
Exactly. So why should I be targeted? Have to go through any kind of police?
Because people wilding.
No, that's not my fault. No.
Yes.
So no, that's not. That's You're saying it's why. It's like it's right. That is not right.
It's not right, but it's justifiable.
No, it's not. And no court of law is justifiable.
If she's scared of you, it's because everybody that looks like you is booking her on the block.
No, the problem why she's afraid of me is because she's scared of black people as a whole. That's where it comes from.
No, she's scared of getting booked on that block.
I guarantee it's a lot deeper than that. It goes back.
She won't clutch her purse with a black person in Linux.
You damn right.
No, she wouldn't.
No, she wouldn't. I've seen it happen. It happened to me on every elevator and bus.
I've seen white people act totally different inside a perimeter mall.
It doesn't matter.
Then they do on Edgewood.
I've seen it everywhere.
I've seen it totally different.
But this is the problem when we use these examples. This is the problem. We always use our personal examples of what we personally experienced instead of using or even imagining what somebody else could have went through. That's the problem. You'll be like, oh, I can't see it happening. It ain't happening to me. That doesn't mean it's not happening. This is the problem. Let me finish. This is the problem. What's going on a lot with social media when they say, oh, I didn't see it, so I don't know if it's true. But we still have to be able to can't take certain people's word as their word. Not them being afraid just to be afraid. They're afraid because they're used to being afraid of black people because of what the media has broadcasted. Or they're just scary as a person. I'm not here to be held responsible for that. I go everywhere in this city. White, black, brown, green, red, it doesn't matter. I go everywhere in this city. And I've seen the clutching of the pearls. I've seen the clutching of the pearls. I've seen all of that. No matter where I am, no matter what I have on. So that's my problem with any kind of law that represents this, because this is giving a free pass to people to say, I'm in fear just because I don't like that person as a whole.
Yeah, that's an after effect, but that's not the cause.
That is the effect,
that's
bro.
Not the cause.
Bro, that's the effect.
That's not the cause, now.
That's the main
point. That's the after effect of it.
That's the main point.
At the end of the day, you can use any hypothetical after that. They can do anything with that.
Trayvon Martin was
that's not the reason that
Trayvon Martin was
like that, though.
Court, what I'm saying is Trayvon Martin was a hypothetical until it happened. Nobody could have seen.
What was the hypothetical?
The hypothetical is you're going to the store to get candy, you walking through a neighborhood that you don't live in, or you're on your way home, and somebody assumes you're doing something negative. That's what I'm talking. That was a hypothetical situation until it happened. Now we got to teach our kids about it. Oh, don't walk in other neighborhoods. Oh, don't put a hoodie on. Don't buy soda.
Situational, though. Situational.
All of this is situational, bro.
No, we talking majority, bro.
No, I'm talking about every individual case. I'm not talking about 1,000 lives. I'm talking about every one life. That's what I'm talking about.
It's not, and then it's like, yo, we can't be in the neighborhood, and all of a sudden when we get profiled for something that our neighborhood is doing, we want to individualize ourselves. Like, no, it wasn't. I'm just no. The reason you doing that to me because my people wilding.
Are you an individual? Or are you a community?
I'm talking as a we. I'm not talking as me. That's why I have the point that I'm making.
That's my point, though. Court, you're talking as a we, but when they see you, they still see you as an individual. An individual that's represented by the community.
They see you as a we. That's why you just said. That's why you think the lady clutching her purse. You're
still an individual.
If she looked at you as a me, she wouldn't have clutched her purse because you're not a robber.
No, that's my point. She still would clutch her purse. That's what I'm saying. If she saw me as an individual, because that fear is not about a hoodie or a mask or anything like that. That's what they're been ingrained in their mind.
I got you.
That's all. Court don't agree with me. That's fine. Well, you want to jump in?
I think you're right.
2-6. Huh? What?
Comment.
Oh. Oh, it just sounded wild.
Actually, white on white crime happens more. Yeah. So white on white crime happens more. Just highlighted more. Listen, you're gonna
white on white crime happens more. Black crime is highlighted more.
You're gonna be more likely, in a black neighborhood to get robbed by a black person. You're gonna be more likely in a white neighborhood to get robbed by a white person. All crime is just.
You don't agree with that?
It's just all crime is got a lot more to do with fucking geography than we think it does.
Yeah.
Like it really does. Do I think I think we got a crime issue, period. Do I think as court was saying that we got to stop fucking ODing on each other? Fuck yeah.
Of course.
But I mean, like, I don't think anybody disagrees with that point. I was like, but Chanel is right in that saying that white on white crime, if that's the fuck, I hate the term any of those things, but does what they perceive to be black on black crime get highlighted more? Of course. Because white on white crime is not even a real statement. You've never heard that shit before. But white people per capita commit more crimes against each other than black people and black people.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. That's like when you think welfare, first people thought is what? Black people. There's way more white folks on welfare than there's black people.
Yeah.
It ain't really close. Yeah, like it's not really that close, but it's highlighted as a black thing.
Yeah.
The shit we talk about with black fathers, the term deadbeat dad, it gets put on us so much, and I'll be like, yo, there's a lot more black dads that's doing what they supposed to do for their children than what is pointed out or than what is highlighted.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. That's why it goes back to what I was talking about algorithms. Like, the shit they feeding you is the shit that we start to believe because it's the only thing we hear. It's the only thing we ingest. You know what I mean? Like, I've never heard the term white on white crime. I've never heard the term fucking white dads are fucking terrible.
Right.
I've never heard fucking, like, white people really tear each other down, like talking crazy, like, oh, these white men ain't shit. These men, like, I don't hear that, and I get it. I know part of it's algorithm. I know part of it is what they're feeding to me.
I don't know where boss lady got her statistics from on white versus black on black.
They're everywhere, bro. What are you talking about?
Statistics
for years. Yeah.
Whites killing blacks is 2%. Police killing whites is 3%. Whites killing whites is 16%.
Time out. What are you reading right now? What's the source? What is the topic? It is
USA Today.
Saying what? What is it? The title of
homicide statistics by race in the United States?
Okay, go ahead.
Whites killing blacks 2%. Police killing whites 3%. Whites killing whites 16%. Blacks killing white 81%.
That's
police
bullshit.
killing blacks 1%.
I ain't mind that.
Blacks killing blacks 97%.
There is no way. Okay, keep going. What else does that say? Because we got to dig into that. There's no way there's that big a disparity.
They didn't say that the rates.
Wait, hold on. Go ahead. What'd you say, Court?
Rates on white and black on black homicides are similar at around 80% and 90%.
There we go. So back to what we were saying.
It just gets highlighted more because it's us.
That's it.
I get that. But like I said, do we
have a higher percentage though? Just letting y'all know. 93 to 84.
Of blacks killing blacks?
Yes.
We know that.
And I'm not happy to say that. I'm not proud to say that. That's not a flex. I don't feel cool to say that.
No. We're not trying to say it's a flex at all.
It is.
We're trying to say that it's comparable across races and demographics.
Like, anytime we talk about holding our people accountable, we go straight to what about them? No,
we don't
what about
do that.
us?
I don't do that. I understand. I agree with Court. Understand. I agree with you that we need to hold ourselves more accountable. We need more abilities and resources that come down to us. But that's always a deeper conversation that don't make the headlines. Because as much as we hate to talk about it, we're lacking in education, we're lacking in opportunities, we're lacking in governmental aid, we're lacking in balancing out reparations. We're still at a deficit since slavery. You knew I was going to bring it up.
Yeah, I know what's coming.
Until that part gets somewhat balanced out, all of those stats are not valid to me. White people did not have to deal with slavery at the same rate that black people did.
But I'm going to tell you what this is. It's kind of like this. If somebody is given such a head start in a race, like, the odds of you really catching up to somebody that's fucking that further ahead of you, it won't happen in your lifetime. It just won't. Now we could push the ball closer. We could take one leg of this race and get us, we're a centimeter closer. You know what I mean? But, like, it's gonna take time, bro. You had you didn't have a 5-year head start on me. You didn't have a 10-year head start. You didn't have a 100-year head start. Like, just fucking 400 years, man.
500.
Like you,
It's not 400 no
had,
more.
yeah. Like you, I'm saying, like the head start. Yeah, the head start you had is fucking 10 generations.
Easy.
Like the idea that we think somehow, like overnight, we're gonna be like, all right, we up and we even now. Nah. Like you heard the term old money get thrown around a lot, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, the money that started these businesses that we see now, you could track back all the way to like that's slave money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like all this shit that we built for free and land we weren't able to buy, not because we ain't had the money, just because they wouldn't allow you to buy it. Like all of that shit, the head start that was given is so vast that like you got to think, bro. Like if we're in the infancy of Black Americans that necessarily have a chance to do something. I told a story last week when I was like, my pops, I'm the first generation of my family to be born with all their rights. That's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? So like the disadvantage and like the fucking disadvantage that we at. And I don't always want to play the victim card because I ain't that. I was like, but like the disadvantage that we at, like the struggle's real. You know what I mean? This shit ain't phony. But to quote what you were saying is like, do I agree that we fucking need to do a better job of on us and making sure we good? And not just I'm talking about violence, I'm talking about in anything, giving each other knowledge, what we feeding each other, what we telling to each other. Like our shit is not going to change unless we change.
And I give an example to that. And hold your thought.
Yeah.
I watched this personally. I mean, I don't know if y'all observed it as well, but I've seen Black culture influence Black men to be better fathers, to be in their children's lives. I've seen it, like to the point where it's like you see a lot of men wanting to like project that, doing reels, things of this nature, like to show off, like, hey, I'm active in my child, like they like showing up and doing little things like daddy daughter dances, videos, and do they makeup, just little things like that. I think that Black culture, we made a transition to where it was like, yo, that deadbeat shit is whack. Like we're not normalizing that. We're not that shit. It still happens, of course,
right?
But a majority, you see now, it's like more of a trendy way of being a Black father in your child life. I think Black culture influenced that, and us as a people held each other accountable to make that happen. And I feel like we can do that within the things that we can control. Now, don't get me wrong, it's certain things within the society that we just totally at a disadvantage at. Resources, we know we go down the list, but we can't hold each other accountable just as far as just regular public relation as well. Things like that. But go ahead, finish it.
No, we can keep it relative to public relations, but that's also why I chose to share a lot of stuff I did with my daughter from when she was in pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, going on those dances, being a chaperone, going to a class during the day. I did that purposefully to show other fathers who may have felt apprehensive, like this is notoriously known as something the mother does. I did those roles and I shared that information, not to brag, but to be like, yo, we do this as well. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I wasn't the only one, thank God, but it was still a lot of us, but we needed to, like you said, you need to see it a lot more.
I tell you what, my grandmother, the fear she got to go into the store now at 10 o'clock at night, she didn't have that 20 years ago. And you even see now, like a lot of older people are scared to even speak to the young people. And I'm not trying to just bash young people, whatever. It's all of us as a whole that's kind of like that's kind of like going out of bounds with things. And that's where I'm getting at. Like it's created a distinction. I honestly believe it's created a distinction between us within our own people.
Yeah, but I think that purposefully goes to and like I said, I don't disagree with you on that. And I'm gonna let Will close this out. I think that goes a lot to what we talk about: identity, knowing who you are, knowing your purpose, understanding why you're here, understanding your history, understanding your legacy. A lot of us are detached from everything I just mentioned. A lot of us, no matter what age range you're talking about, are detached from. So a lot of mistakes that we see the youth making is because they don't know who they are. They don't understand their purposes. They don't know why they're here. So they follow other things. They follow other trends. They follow the things that they see. instead of focusing on what they need to focus on.
We
We
as a
talked
people
about,
need to be more accountable with what we make trendy, man.
but we have to understand
Yeah.
getting down to the nitty gritty and not just the surface stuff.
Absolutely.
So that's why I push back so much against the we as a people conversation until we're willing to drill down to what really matters. Excuse me. Go ahead, Will.
Nah, I was gonna say it was a great conversation. I will say, like, to our folks, I mean, I love us, and I don't want us to forget. And as much as I battle with, 'cause I talk about my PTSD that I have sometimes when I get in those type of situations, like, I try to remind myself every single time is like, yo, I've been the kid that ain't had that intention to do nothing, but I just look like this. You know what I mean? I've been there too, so I get it. You know what I mean? So I try to remember that, like, all right, well, before you put your hand on in your pocket, like, maybe this kid is you. Maybe he ain't on that type of time. Maybe that's just, you know what I mean? Like, give him the grace, give him the space to just, like, yo, I like the way that shit look. I'm not even on that type of time. Like, I got 2 parents at home. They raised me right. I just like this mask.
He shouldn't get blamed for the niggas around him.
Yeah, yeah, like, just like, yeah, like he shouldn't. You know what I mean? So I try to keep that in mind. You know, is that easy? Hell no. Because my experience is my first thought is that boom, and I was raised and brought up in a time where, like, if you was not on your toes, motherfuckers will knock you off.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So that's always in my mind. That's always my first thought when I see any kind of threat, anything that could be perceived to be a threat. It don't even got to be something you might think is a threat. I don't like he walking around crazy. He making me nervous. Why he walking around like that? I first moved here. Hey, why they wave every time they pass the house? Why they waving at you? You know them?
Talking about Atlanta, B.
That is bro. That don't happen where I'm from. It makes you nervous because I'm telling you, motherfuckers saying hi to you don't know. You already know what time it is.
You should have called cops on him.
It's showtime.
Should have called.
You know what I mean? But like I get it. You know what I mean? So I had to readjust my whole fucking thinking and understanding. Like it has to happen.
So how do we get
there? Help.
No. I was gonna say,
how do we get there? Like to Court's point is like, yo, we got to do a better job with us. I'm like, hey y'all, if we counting on lawmakers and the Constitution, shit that was never meant for us to be better for us, we are wasting our time. This shit wasn't meant for you to succeed. How the fuck that's gonna help you? It can't. It's not being realistic. It cannot help you. It was not meant for you. It wasn't meant for you to do good. Ain't nothing in there written for you to help you out. So it's got to be us. It's got to be cats like me who's like, oh, I get it. I'll be having that same fucking thought when I see it. But I'm telling you, like, yo, man, just give a little grace. Like, yo, young, I know you don't want to hear this shit from me. When I approach or I have a conversation like my nigga, I know you don't want to hear no old head telling you this shit. I know it. I've been right there. I get it. You know what the fuck's old nigga talking about? I get it. I'm just saying, like, yo, from my perspective, where I'm sitting at, like, that's how the shit looked to me. And he might be like, no, yo, homie, I'm not even on that type of time neither. I get it. But I'm telling you the perception from where I'm standing. Like, when I look at you, like, this is what I see. My first thought is this. You know what I mean? Like, and it's up to us to really have them fucking tough ass conversations. You know something? And the young boys, it ain't gonna be easy. But guess what? I would have had the same fucking attitude as a young kid if one of them old niggas would have said that shit to me. I would have had my mindset was gonna be different. So as I get older, I try to remember, like, bro, grace, because that was you. That was you. So I would just say, man, to all of us, to black men, black women, to our community, to our culture, like, grace. Like, yo, give everybody a chance to learn. And if they don't, yo, educate them. It's all right. I get it. I know they ain't gonna hear that shit. I know you might not like the response you get back. So what? If I try that fucking conversation with 50 people and only one of them take it, it is what it is. I got one.
I love it when y'all agree with me. That's all I'm hearing.
But nah.
No, well said.
Conversation. I love it.
No, well said though.
Facts.
Well said. We gotta get out of here. I'm gonna save my other point for another time. Real quick, what y'all doing this weekend? I am not putting this out there. What y'all got to go on this weekend?
Nothing. I'm going home and I'm going to sleep.
That's it? All right.
It's weekend of the night.
It is what it is.
Nah, both.
Right.
Cool, you got anything going on?
This weekend?
Yeah.
Nah, I won't know till Friday.
Oh, you going out? His homeboys came in town.
Yeah.
I ain't been outside. You been outside for a month.
2 weeks, his birthday.
I was gonna talk about it.
That's Aries. First week of April. That's
April what? You don't know?
April 5th.
I'm April 7th, yo. Listen.
That's crazy.
Listen. And it's a Friday too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing either. But the point is,
that's crazy.
I understand.
You ain't gonna be nowhere?
I'm gonna be somewhere.
You do this every year for your birthday, man.
Nah, normally don't do that. Don't get Will fired up. We gotta go.
It's okay to be excited, bro.
Nah, listen. I'm excited about every day. What's my motto? Every day is my birthday. Every day we celebrate.
Let's go.
You have to. That's it. All right. So real quick, rundown. Shout out Animal House Music Group. First and foremost, we got a lot of things coming up with them. We have like 2 or 3 other big announcements. I got to tell you about it later because I ain't get to tell you yet, Court. We got a Thursday night, ladies' night, Burn Lounge at the Battery. Every day. That's going on this Thursday night, 8:30 to 1 a.m. We have a great time, y'all. Great date night. Next week we're doing a Great Gatsby party. Friday we are doing Future Successes. I'll be DJing their golf tournament, supporting the youth, reaching out like you guys are saying and imparting with them. So if you guys are free, that's Friday during the day. They're taking contributions and donations. The golf tournament is going to turn into a party because I'm going to be there. Friday night, we're doing kinky karaoke. Shout out Nia the Guy. We're doing that at the Love Below Lounge. Saturday, we outside with city government. I'm not even sure which one. Shout out to Georgia Spartans. I got an event with them. And then Saturday night, I'm in Marietta. Contribution. I think that's how they say it. Twilight Zone Part 2. Shout out Ben Carter, the Carter Gang. We out there doing another event. We did that 2 years ago was the first one. So we're bringing that back. We have a bunch of dope artists. It's really a mini festival. I went to the rehearsal we did rehearsal on Sunday. And when I tell y'all the artists that we got performing is something else. Twilight Zone 2, I'm gonna post that in my my mini group. If you're not in my mini group, the DJ Knots one, you're missing out. I give a lot of freebies, a lot of knowledge, a lot of great information away in there that I don't post. So become a member in there. It's free. It's not no Patreon thing or nothing like that. It's just stuff I share with my people who support back and support us. Make sure you follow P4AP Pod on Instagram, YouTube. What else am I forgetting? What's that in my
you knocked it out.
Okay, cool. I got on the roll. Court got me going. Get some people. A lot of great. On 3.
3, 2, 1. You're